What's going on, guys? It's Turin here, ready for our Sunday morning, afternoon stream. About to go pretty ham, play some WURRZAG, I'm thinking. It's going to be a good time, guys. So thank you all for tuning in. Gonna wait a few minutes for some of you guys to join up, and from there we can get started. So hope everyone's having a nice Sunday. Had some good times on St. Patrick's Day for those of you around the world who do celebrate that. It was definitely a pretty good time. What's going on, Dylan? Etymology, pleasure to have you guys here. Hey, what's going on, Regem and Jonathan Taylor? Yes, the crew is arriving. Time is near. We're gonna jump into some quick battles in just a minute here. Wait for some of you guys to join up and yeah, turn on those notifications. Oh, I actually just like ripped my shirt when I was pulling up the sleeve. Did you guys hear that? Yeah, so pretty good stuff. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for your support, coming, hanging out in the channel. Always a good time. So today, I think we might start some interesting type of series on the stream, and maybe on the channel in general. You guys will have to let me know your feedback. But what I want to do is do, random generated armies, but actually on ladder. So going on ladder and trying to win games with random generated armies. So we probably won't start out with that. Hey, what's going on, Senior and Kieran? Welcome, guys. I'm doing really good. But I'm thinking we might try that and just see how it goes. Maybe we'll do one today and see if we can pull out a win. That's going to be really rough because the random generated armies are pretty terrible for the most part. Like, they're just garbage, as they say. So, yeah, I'm not sure how you got here early, Suleiman. Magic, I guess. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Joseph McGuire? Half Irish, half Australian. Quite the mix, my friend. Quite the mix. So, yeah, we'll jump into some quick battles here. Let's have some fun. Scar Knight, to answer your question, the stream did just start. It's fresh. And I will use a Goblin build today. I will use a Goblin build, absolutely. I'm going to probably start off with the WURRZAG build, I'm thinking. Just, kind of warm up. It's a pretty fun one. Effigy to get is always a pretty good time. And, yes, we'll get Big Black Coach. We'll try and get everything squeezed into today's stream, so... All right, looks like we got enough people here, so we're going to go ahead and get started with a quick battle, get down to business, and see how it goes. Yeah. Your uncle is Conor McGregor? That's interesting. Very, very cool. Well, you're probably covered for a while, financially speaking, if that is true. Yeah, I know the community cast. I just published that to tide you guys over until I was ready to go, so... not sure what we're fighting yet. We're probably just going to pick Greenskins and see who he ends up picking, but WURRZAG, again, probably the best choice as far as the Greenskin Lords, and he's fun. That's what's cool. It's like you get a Lord who's fun, but also very, very competitive in my opinion. So this is really hard. Vampire counts versus Greenskins, but I think we can do it. I'm going to give it a try. Let's see. What do I want to get here? Azog wouldn't actually be bad here, probably. He'd probably be pretty good. We're going to get, there we go, Foot of Gork, Fists of Gork, and Gaze. So we're going to get all of those abilities because we want to be triggering the Bonewood Staff quite a bit. So on top of that, we're going to get 3 Goblin Big Bosses. Again, just an essential unit, just very, very strong. With them, I usually like to get rid of the Slippery. I feel like you don't really need it. It's decent, but I often forget to use it, so, why bother? So, the stream shouldn't be offline. Should be. Take him off his mount? Oh, no, I can't. Especially against vampire counts. I can't afford to take WURRZAG off his mount because, yeah, he'll get hunted down pretty hard. So, we need to get to Rusty Errors as well as some Night Goblin Archers. We're going to get 2 groups of those guys. On top of that, do I want to get the Arachnarch Queen? And let's see, so we're on Peak Pass, which is a somewhat open field map. I feel like a Doomdiver Catapult wouldn't be terrible. Let's actually try one, see if it can help focus down the Mortis Engine. I'm not sure how it'll pan out, but we're actually going to get a combination of Savage Orcs and Black Orcs in the front line. That'll give us a lot of resilience with immunity to psychology, things like that. So we're probably going to get 2 of those guys and then probably just get a bunch of Savages here. And maybe some of these as well, the Nasty Skulkers. I feel like I do want to cut one group of these to maybe get some Orc Boarboy Biggins to kind of help out in the back line. Defend against Blood Knights and things like that. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think this build will work out. Maybe the Mangy Marauders or some sort of mobile, missile unit might be good for poisoning and dealing with the. So let's actually cut this, and maybe cut 1 Goblin Big Boss, which will allow us to get some. So these guys, what do these guys have? So they have Regeneration. So I feel like that's not that great. So we're probably going to just get some regular Forest Goblin Spider Riders. What's the missile damage on those guys? So 16? Yeah, it could be worse. So we're going to get 2 of those. I don't know how it's going to pan out, but we're going to give it a try and hope for the best. All right. So let's see. Let's see what happens, guys. Yeah, no, Crimson Killers aren't that great. Yeah, they just, I don't know. I feel like they often, like, I mean, obviously on paper they are better than Black Orcs, but, you know, they're the Regiment of Renown. They do have splash attacks, which is quite nice, but still they're a pretty substantial liability, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Because, again, like, maybe against Vampire Counts they might be okay. Because Vampire Counts don't have a way of, like, punishing them before the fighting starts. So, yeah, we got WURRZAG in here. I'm hoping my Goblin Missiles can take out the Mortis Engine or other threats, but I'm kind of assuming that he's going to bring a Mortis Engine because I personally think they're so darn good, but a lot of people don't actually even bring them. But I bring them in every single Vampire Counts build. I just like them so much. It just gives, if you're able to protect it, a lot of people will like kind of over pursue it and will waste a lot of resources trying to take it out. One of the other questionable things about my build, I think, is the Doomdiver Catapult. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think it's going to be a bit risky. So the best Orc Regiment of Renown. Tough to say. I really like the Morgrove's Mangy Marauders. They're really, really good. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but I know there's some other good. Oh, Durustieres, hands down. Durustieres, for sure. By far the best. Yeah. It's always Durustieres. You are correct, Michael. You are correct, my friend. So that would probably be my choice. You know, I don't know. Just my wee opinion there. So, all right, let's go ahead and get set up. We got our Savage Bros. We got a pretty savage front line here for sure, but Savage Orcs are quite good now with that extra 10%. And again, Vampire Counts, you know, Graveguard will do really well, but hopefully the Black Orcs will be enough to like help out with that fight. So let's go ahead and get our missiles back here. Just have them kind of posture up, get ready to party. We're going to set up our Goblin. These guys are going to be pretty nice. Hopefully we can do some like good harass before our opponent gets to us. The Doomdiver Catapult, so let's actually posture up a little bit closer like that. Vampire Counts usually just kind of deploy front and center anyway, so we want to keep this back here. And the Nasty Skulkers we can kind of keep here on top of my Goblin Missiles to, you know, not only help to deal with the, you know, the inevitable zombie summons that are coming, but, you know, just to help against Diving Lords and all that kind of fun stuff. So we got these guys in Group 3 and Group 4, and let's go. All right, so doesn't look like he has a Mortis Engine right now, so we're going to go over here and start shooting at this Vampire. Oh, he does have a Corpse Cart, though, which is going to be a good target for our homies over here. So we're going to advance a little bit because our Doomdiver actually is going to have to scoot up, so we can just kind of set up like this and, you know, get our Goon Squad here. And let's go ahead and check in on our Forest Goblin Spider Riders and make sure to put them in skirmish mode. So they're going to get some free shots on these guys, which isn't bad, and it's probably going to dive in, but honestly, these Spider Riders are really fast, and with the poison, they can just shoot and skirmish like all day. So we're going to keep running here, just make sure to keep backing up, and hopefully we can do a little bit more damage to this Vampire. It looks like we're getting some decent crossfire, but we are taking casualties too, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's a decent little trade. He might, you know, end up having to use like an Invocation to Heck or one of those other abilities like earlier than he wants to. And yeah, we'll just keep kiting back and harassing. So far so good. Good performance from the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. So let's go ahead and get our Cav over there because my opponent, what's he using over here? It looks like he's using Immortal Will to, okay, so that's good. So he popped out already. He's getting poisoned. You can see the landing is a little bit inefficient, and we do have the Doomdiver focusing that Corpse Cart, which is going to be very, very good. So let's go ahead and get our Goblin Big Bosses. I should have done this earlier. It was a little bit of a mistake, but we're going to go ahead and just kind of keep focusing, keep kiting. We've taken a few casualties, but we did get a pretty good proc from my opponent. You know, he used an ability that was, you know, somewhat valuable. So let's go ahead here, just get these guys going. And how am I doing on FG of to get? So I still have a full minute, because if he like landed, you know, got a little bit overzealous, that would be really, really nice. So let's go ahead and get our goons over here, pull them over here just a little bit. And our Doomdiver's doing some okay damage there, which is good. So pretty happy about that. And we do have our kind of pig squad here now, so he's not going to want to land. So far the harassment going pretty well, and it looks like he does use the Spirit Leech, and he actually didn't use it on WURRZAG, which is interesting. So let's just kind of keep pursuing here, just, you know, poking down the Red Duke and using that poison to get as much value as we can, essentially. So very, very good. So over here, the Corpse Cart, let's go ahead and see. So the Doomdiver is targeting the Corpse Cart. How has it not hit it yet? Man, that accuracy is real rough right now. So that actually did a little bit of damage there. So let's go ahead and kind of have these guys focus here, get ready to fight in the front line. Those ethereal units are going to be a little bit tricky, but we will have effigy relatively shortly, which is going to be pretty good. And let's go ahead and keep our cav over there, get ready to fight here. And yeah, we're just going to kind of get in there and do our thing, guys. So our Goblin Missiles, we want to have them focus on the Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone back here. He's probably going to summon some zombies, so what we'll do is kind of split them into two groups here. Let's go ahead and get these guys going in here, these guys going here, these guys going here, and just kind of engage across the board. Very good. So we're going to come back here right now, keep these guys focusing on the Vampire with the Lure of Death. And you can see the zombies do get summoned here, so the Nasty Skulkers will engage. We're going to get these guys shooting here, and we'll pull these guys back over yonder. And yeah, hopefully it can work out. So he is landed. So what we want to do right now is use the effigy of Daggett to kind of trap him, and boom. So he's trapped. So now we can pull him here, and hopefully we can get a good engagement on him. So we're going to kind of push through with everything, and also pull the nasty skulkers over here. Let's also get our missiles over here, bring them up and around the back, and start focusing the enemy lord. So right now we're going to use the WA, and it looks like some of our troops are getting a little bit stuck here, which is unfortunate, but we're still getting some great damage on the enemy lord. So Foot of Gork, let's go ahead and use Ere We Go on the front line to kind of just buff up our troops as much as we can and just pull these guys back. And let's see, let's have them target the corpse cart right here. So the Red Duke is taking a bit of punishment, which is really, really good. But he might get away here, but the nasty skulkers do have the flash bomb, so we're going to go ahead and prop that. Pull this guy back here, and let's also use Fists of Gork on these guys here and just continue to just try and punish the Red Duke as much as we can. We definitely have to really try and capitalize on this effigy of Daggett. And we are getting some pretty healthy missile fire here, which is really, really nice. But our front line's actually struggling a little bit, which is a little bit dicey, to say the least. But if we can kill the Duke or do some substantial damage in the back line, I think we'll be okay. But for the most part, yeah, it's looking pretty rough so far, guys. So we're able to focus him down, do some decent missile damage, but let's go ahead and, yeah, we can continue chasing him. That's probably fine. But WURRZAG's taking a little bit more damage than I would like, surprisingly. So we'll pull these guys around the back, pull these missile units here, and man, our Savage Orcs in the front really didn't hold that well. So the Doom Diver, we'll turn it and have it shoot here. It looks like our Goon Squad over here is in decent shape, but man, he still has so many units around the map. So we'll go after this Lore of Death Sorcerer here. We're going to pull these Forest Goblin Spider Riders, have them come around the wings here, and yeah, man, wild fight for sure. But what did he summon here? It sometimes looks like we're just having so much trouble getting through here. And the Vampire with the Lore of Death is coming in there, doing a pretty good job, and we're kind of like trapped in here, kind of sandwiched, to be honest, with our own nasty skulkers. So let's see if we can get a charge here. And actually, this corpse card's somewhat open. I don't know, yeah, there's not really any great places to land, to be honest. This build definitely not working out as well as I thought it would. So we could use a Foot of Gork over here. Maybe we'll use it right here on top of all these guys, and hopefully we can get like some decent burst here. WURRZAG we have to be very careful with. And the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, let's go ahead and get them over here. And that actually did some good damage, for sure. But balance of power very, very heavily in my opponent's favor, so I think we're probably going to lose this one. But still, you know, a bit of an experimental build using all these Savage Orcs and things like that. But they didn't seem to work out that well against like the front line of the Vampire count. So we got to watch out for WURRZAG. We don't want him getting caught out for sure. So the Goblin Big Bosses, we need to come over this way. Let's pull these Rusty Arrows over here and just kind of keep riding. And we should be able to out kind of run this unit here. And the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, they're kind of like, let's go ahead and turn off the toggle, the skirmish mode, and have them go after this corpse cart here. You can see WURRZAG's getting hunted pretty hard by the Red Duke. So we're going to pull in these Goblin Big Bosses right here, and we will have the WA as well as the effigy of Daggett here in just a moment. So we're going to jump on him, and 1 and 2, and let's go ahead and effigy him here. So he's snared. He's going to take some good missile fire, so hopefully WURRZAG can run away. Let's go ahead and use the Fist of Gork on these guys, and let's see what we have left. It's not a whole lot, to be honest. Let's go ahead and just try and work down these corpse carts, get these units like re-engaged here, pull these guys around the sides, and we want to get these guys back online as well. So we're actually hitting the Red Duke here. We might be able to kill him. You know, he's trapped here. He's taking a lot of missile fire, but still, I think he's going to squeak away by just a little bit. We want Big Papa WURRZAG to get out of here as well, so we need to kill the Red Duke. That's going to be very, very important here. So the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, let's go ahead and pull them up and under this way and see if we can get him. If we can, we might be able to pull out some sort of a miracle victory, but it's looking pretty grim, to be honest, and you can see he just barely gets away. Yeah, the boys are running for sure, guys, for sure. So the Forest Goblin Spider Riders are coming around here. Let's go ahead and get everyone kind of repositioned, but yeah, WURRZAG's being hunted pretty hard by that Sorcerer with the Lore of Death. So I think we're probably just going to master out right now. So I think the Forest Goblin Spider Riders didn't do as much as I thought they would. It's hard to say. It was a really good game by my opponent, and that's a hard matchup, but I think the Forest Goblin Spider Riders kind of underperformed a little bit. They were kind of just shooting skeletons for the most part and really weren't generating a lot of value. The Savage Orcs in the front line seemed to not do too well against the ethereal units, and in retrospect, I maybe should have just brought a bunch of Black Orcs. I think that would have held up quite a bit because, yeah, the Goblin Big Bosses, you guys saw there was a few points where I was able to like get good surrounds on the Red Duke, and I think if I could have killed him, it could have been like a better battle for me, but still, it was tricky. It was very tricky. So well played to my opponent. That was a great game for sure. So yeah, I know you can't keep up with all the content. So you want to see New Bretonia? Yeah, we'll see. So we're playing against Bobby Lee Swagger. So Bobby, what would we play here against Bobby Lee Swagger? We'll play New Bretonia. I know some of you guys were asking that for that. So I really like the Fey Enchantress. I think she's really solid, really, really strong. And she does have that Mortis Engine effect. She also has a nice little bombardment ability. We're also going to use the Green Knight, who's an absolute gangster. Get rid of the Dolores Blade. It's not bad, but it's only, yeah, it's. I don't like those like temporary buffs that have like really long cooldowns because a lot of the fights will end up being, you know, somewhat suboptimal, you know, and you're not actually going to be on your target. So Yeah, their infantry line was really superior. It just beat me down last game. That was what lost the fight. The back line didn't go that terribly, but we lost that side engagement pretty bad. Royal Pegasus Knights are pretty good. Of course, we do need a Grail Reliquary. Very, very good for keeping these battle pilgrims, just making them like into, you know, essentially elite infantry. So we do need some cav, but we do have the Royal Pegasus Knights, to be honest. I think that should probably be enough, to be honest. We'll probably get 2 of these Pox arrows. I really like them for kind of slowing and helping out in the flanks, things like that. And let's see, what else do we want to get? I feel like getting like maybe Knights of the Realm or something. I think we'll just go with the Pegasus Knights for now. I think that should be fine. Do we want to get more battle pilgrims? I feel like they're not terrible. I don't think a Paladin Doom Squad is going to be that great, just in my opinion. I think there's better choices. What do I want to get any cav here? I feel like we'll probably go with more of an infantry style build because we do have the Green Knight. He's so expensive. So you're putting a lot of marbles on that Green Knight table for sure. Maybe we'll get some Spearmen at Arms. Do we want those for the anti-large? I feel like maybe we can just kind of go cheapo here on the sides and just use the Men-at-Arms or the Spearmen at Arms with their anti-large to help deal with like Boar Biggins and just have them protect the peasants back here. And then let's see, maybe not another Grail Reliquary. Probably don't want a Trebuchet. We could get a Paladin and put him in like the front line and have him help out, but I think just getting another group of battle pilgrims is obviously going to be really, really good. Because Savage Orcs, he's probably going to go the Savage build. So I think it's probably better to just have like a more elite kind of front line here and just kind of get those guys buffed and ready to go. We do have some Foot Squires, although maybe I should cut one here and then get rid of some Chevrons. And just to be safe, maybe get another group of Foot Squires just in case he does go Black Orcs. It's good to have, you know, a little bit of, dynamic army there. So cool. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, ethereal units are tough to deal with for Greenskins. I think I was just, I mean, he played very well. Firstly, that needs to be established, as my opponent played very well. He was very on top of things. The Red Duke was pretty close to dying. I needed to get a better surround earlier with that FG of to get because I put a lot of resources into that. My whole Goon Squad was essentially designed to, Goblin Big Boss him and, get my value that way. So, and it failed at the end of the day. And his infantry corps was just so much better than mine, like so much better. So it was really hard to do anything at that point. So let's go ahead and set up our front line here and do this. And Vampire Counts, again, are one of the best factions by far. And they're very, very good against Greenskins. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here also. All right, so far so good. We're going to get the Fey Enchantress, put her in the front and center. And we'll put an additional group of Foot Squires in the back just to help out, wherever they're needed. The Green Knight, he's going to go on an assassin run. He actually, I send him up, really early and have him, actually go and try and snipe the shamans and things like that. It works really, really well. So, yeah. I don't know if Foot Squires got nerfed. What's my favorite lord? Kolek. Kolek's my favorite lord, probably, to use. Yeah, man, I need to play some Chaos games for sure. Yeah, Azog could be good against New Bretonnia, I guess. But, I don't know. Azog's pretty squishy. And New Bretonnia, especially with, the Green Knight, they can really, really hunt lords pretty hard. So, and you can't bring air against New Bretonnia either as Greenskin, so. I did use the Bonewood Staff to answer. It worked pretty well, but my front line got just absolutely crushed on. It was pretty brutal. The Karen rates were terrifying my guys pretty quick. And it looks like, so let's go ahead and see and kind of fly over here and see what he's got. So he's got some Orc Boars. It looks like he has Biggins. So Biggins will trade somewhat well with the Battle Pilgrims, but they also struggle a little bit against the Foot Squire. So he does have some Black Orcs. Looks like he does have the Hammer of Gork as well. So definitely some fancy business coming. So we're going to go ahead and advance on him. Get the Green Knight kind of running over there. And Green Knight is so good with the Fey Enchantress because if you use a single regrowth on him, it can just take out so much value from them. So it looks like, is he shooting at my Pegasus Knights? It looks like he is shooting at them with the Hammer of Gork, which is pretty interesting. So we're going to kind of just fly them around the back here, just get the Green Knight going to kind of scout things out. And let's see, so he does have Grimgore, so he doesn't have Effigy of to get, so we don't really have to worry about the Green Knight taking a lot of damage, because, Effigy is really good against the Green Knight. It, locks him down, it does magic damage, all that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, it's really, really good. So, man, that was a good game, the last game, though. I still need to work on that, because that's a hard matchup for the Greenskins, for the boys. But I think it can be done. Greenskins have, a lot of good tools at their disposal, so you can see he's coming in here. He's going to go pretty hard, and it looks like you can see he's, using a buff. So we're actually just going to run right now. There's no point in really, taking that battle. We'll just kind of scurry away and pull back with the Green Knight, and he essentially just wasted his Winds of Magic there, so good stuff. And we're almost in range of our missiles, so let's pull back a little bit further, and then actually we can turn and engage on this Goblin Big Boss and fly those guys. And let's see, how fast is Green Knight? So he's pretty fast. So he actually gets a great charge on that Goblin Big Boss, which is really, really solid. So He does have some units over here in the deep, vanguard with those wolf riders, which is fine. The Goblin Big Boss continuing to pursue these guys, and we'll kind of turn around a little bit now and just kind of kite back. And I don't know, yeah, we can probably actually use the Pegasus Knights to engage here and have the Green Knight fight, because they're going to get terrified, which is really nice. And if need be, we can use like an Earthblood on those guys, which we probably will do right now. So let's go ahead and do that, and just kind of really obviously get a free group essentially. So we're going to keep advancing on our opponent's main line, and with that heal effect, he does use a really good Foot of Gork though, so pretty scary stuff, but I still think we're going to win this battle pretty hands down over here. So this group is now terrified and broken, so now we're going to turn and go after this Goblin Big Boss. So we got some good value, pretty good Foot of Gork from my opponent as well. And yeah, let's just start, shooting at these guys with the pox arrows. So very good. So the Goblin Big Boss is kind of pushed off the battlefield for the most part, but we might be able to kill him here. So we're going to go ahead and just try and do that and just wait for my opponent to engage. So with the spears, we're going to kind of get these guys postured here, get these guys postured here, and keep these foot squires kind of facing that way, and just get ready to engage in the front line. So it's going to be a pretty wild fight for sure, because Grimgor's in the front line, obviously. So Grimgor is just an absolute beast. So we're going to make sure to get the Fey Enchantress here. We're going to go ahead and probably use an overcasted heal, like right on this main blob. And let's go ahead and pull her back and use this right here, because Grimgor is going to be laying an absolute pimp slapping, and we're going to get this guy over here. So good, we were able to deal with that Goblin Big Boss, so now we're just going to pull back with our Green Knight and our other guy, just kind of get in position, get ready to go. And the arrow's doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and see if he has any missiles. So he does have some Night Goblin Archers, so we probably want to shut those guys down. Let's go ahead and use the Bombardment ability right here, and also we can use this nice buff on those Foot Squires there. And so far, so good. So right now, we're just going to kind of jump on these Goblin Wolf Riders over here, just kind of take them out. Probably pull the Green Knight around the back and have him doing a little more in the front line. You can see that Bombardment doing a pretty good job here. And next, I'd like to actually try and snipe his Orc Shaman with my caster. I think that would probably be a better choice. So he is going to get in here with some of these Orcs. So let's go ahead and start shooting in here. And man, that is a pretty big little force here. So we'll pull these guys up. Green Knight, we're going to kind of pull up and around here. And he gets a nice little like charge on me, but should be fine. I do have some spears coming in to collapse. And, again, those troops are going to be pretty resilient here. So over here, we're going to kind of go after here and then go after the green, not the green shaman, but the green homie, whatever you guys want to call it. And let's go ahead and get these arrows shooting at these pigs here, kind of get these foot squires here, and these guys here to protect as well. So far so good. I think it's going well. The front line is a little bit dicey, but let's go ahead and get the Grail Relic Way over here. And the Green Knight, we need to make sure to kind of get on that Orc Shaman. I think we want to shut him down here pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and use another healing effect on the front line to keep my troops fighting. They're doing pretty well, I would say. And our missiles are applying some pretty good pressure to my opponent. And we do have some foot squires over here. So let's go ahead and get the foot squires charging in to help out in the front line. And our missiles, let's go ahead and see. So the Pegasus Knights, they chased a little far. That was a huge mistake. So we need to pull those guys back like right now. So we don't take like too much punishment here. The Green Knight, again, just chasing this Orc Shaman, which is very, very good. And it looks like he's using some sort of a missile effect, which, hits a little bit, does some decent damage. So let's go ahead and switch on to the Rusty Arrows over here, get the Foot Squires pushing in the front line. And the Green Knight, we just want to keep chasing that Orc Shaman off the battlefield. So the Pegasus Knight's coming in pretty hot here. We can probably honestly go after, I don't know if we want to kill the Hammer of Gork. We'll probably just go after the Cav over here and just make sure to finish them off. And Green Knight, again, we got to just make sure he's chasing that guy the entire time. So the Fey Enchantress doing a very good job over here. We do have some missiles, so let's pull these spears over here, get these guys back here, and also we can send those guys here as well. So these spears should be able to intercept and protect these peasants. And you can see that the Pegasus Knights in the back line are definitely going to put a fork in those pigs and turn them into bacon, and you can see they rout instantly. So let's go ahead and turn them on these guys. And our missiles still got caught, but we still were able to get in there with some spears and also get a really good rear charge with some of those Pegasus Knights. So very, very good stuff. I think we're winning most of these battles. The Green Knight doing a pretty good job of hunting, so let's go ahead and just make sure he keeps chasing that Orc Shaman. We definitely want to be pretty relentless with that. And the Pegasus Knights, even though they took a lot of HP damage earlier, they're still in pretty good shape. They're still fighting, so let's go ahead and get these guys here. And actually, yeah, we can go after this Goblin Big Boss. That's probably fine. So yeah, just got to keep the Fey Enchantress in the front line, make sure she's continuing to buff these guys and just kind of keep them in the fight. And these swords here, we're doing a really good job. We need to kill this Shaman. I don't want any more spells this game. So we're pushing them back here. Let's keep these guys going here. And those Goblin Missiles actually doing some really, really good work to us this game. But let's go ahead and see what he's got going on back here. So we do have some troops coming back. Let's go ahead and re-engage them. Keep these guys going. And we can probably snipe this really low Goblin Big Boss here. And yeah, this is good. So the Shaman is essentially broken off the battlefield. So we can just start fighting Grimgor, to be honest. And let's go ahead and get these guys engaged on those. Get the Fey Enchantress, kind of check in on her, make sure she's doing well. We do have a nice heal, so we'll go ahead and use it kind of right here. Should be fine. And the Pegasus Knight should be able to kind of clean up this Goblin Big Boss, no problem. So let's go ahead and turn on him, use the Arcane Conduit, and get these guys going over here. And I think we should be fine. The balance of power is like really heavily in our favor right now. I think things are going pretty well for us. And yeah, we're bringing the WA to him. So let's go ahead and get these Pegasus Knights using their anti-large bonus on that Goblin Big Boss. We do have another bombardment ability, so we can kind of use it back here on these Black Orcs as they're retreating. And we can have the Fey Enchantress turn and fight as well. So Grimgor, he's not going to be able to kill the Green Knight. Green Knight is just too resilient. Maybe in a one-on-one, like really long battle, he would be able to. But still, I think for the most part, it's going to be really tough. So I think I do have some units back here. Yeah, they're getting chased down by the pigs, unfortunately. So the Battle Pilgrims are just being absolute pimps. I mean, those guys just fight all day. So we got them on the Rusty Arrows, and it looks like my opponent's army is mass routing. Though that was a pretty close fight, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that was a close fight. Well played. Well played. So hopefully you guys enjoy that one. I thought it was pretty good, right? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my hair's getting pretty long. Bobby Lee Swagger. Man, what a cockfight. For sure. But that's actually one of my favorite matchups for New Bretonia. I feel like it's fun. It goes back and forth. And the Green Knight's really, really strong. So, all right, let's go ahead and get out of there. So I'm just going to stretch my hand for a minute. So, yeah, let me know if you guys got any questions. Grape drink? No, I don't have grape drink. I have some ginger ale in the kitchen. Some other... yeah, I know. I need to get the Black Coach at some point today. I don't know when. What faction do you guys want to see next? Who's the worst lord? I mean, just probably a regular lord with no equipment or no mounts, I would say. Yeah, let's play Balthazar. Okay. So, a lot of people are saying that, you know, the Balthazar's the worst lord, and I will agree with you. He is terrible. He is terrible, but, like, he can do so much more than Sigvald. Sigvald just kind of runs and stands there and doesn't really do much. He has okay stats. He doesn't have much AP. He just regenerates. But at least you know, the other guy's basically like a lore metal sorcerer, like a flying legendary lord, right? So I mean, I don't know. There's some give and take. I know. Gelt. Do you guys want to see a Balthazar Gelt game? I feel like that's what we need, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Wood Elves are pretty micro-intensive. A very glass cannon-y faction, but I do like them. I suck at the Wood Elves. They're probably one of my worst factions, to be honest. So, oh man, the demands are real. All right, so it's kind of bogging down right now, so let's go ahead and quit here and try and get in on another game. Thank you guys all for joining today, by the way. So, it's good stuff. Good stuff getting y'all in here on a nice Sunday afternoon. I do have work in about 4 or 5 hours, unfortunately. So, hey, it's Chainsaw Gav from the channel. He's an awesome dude. Cool. This is gonna be fun. Don't you dare stream snipe, brother. Don't you dare. So, yeah, I don't know. Who do we want to play? Let's play the Beastmen, right? I know you guys love some Beastie Boys. It's always a good time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that because we're probably honestly just going to forget to use it. And what do we want to get? I don't know. Let's go ahead and just see who he picks first. So, yeah, I think Chainsaw Gav. Yeah, I've seen him in the channel and commented. I've talked to him. He's great. Seems like a great guy. So let's see if he can slay me. Maybe he will. Yes. What do you guys want to see? You guys don't want to see Beastman? Yeah, Gelt is pretty terrible, though. I'm not sure if he's playing the tree people. He might be. Oh, man. Ooh, vampire counts. This is going to be a spooky, scary matchup. I'm not actually sure how this matchup's going to go on paper. So let's see. So what do we want to get? Do we want to get Bray Shaman? Do we want to get Lore of Death? Probably, honestly, in this build, you're going to probably need some AoE damage against the Vampire Blob. So we're going to go ahead and get Homeboy here, and we will also get the Lore of the Wild. We're going to try the Devolve build, see if it works out. I don't know if it will, but, you know, I've had success with it in the past. So let's go ahead and get some of these guys. We'll get these as well. And let's see. So we still have a little bit of money. I don't think the Razor Gore herds are that good here. So the best scores, man, they're so expensive. But we could get some Gores, just to kind of cheap out a little bit. I'm not sure. Kind of want to feel this out. One Gorble might be okay. I normally actually haven't been bringing Gorble at all, but you know, he is pretty strong against vampire counts. So we'll go ahead and get him, and let's see, what else do we want to get here? So we do have our missiles. We got, how about Harpies? Like a single group of Harpies? I feel like they would probably be a little bit subpar here, to be honest. Maybe we just need some more support in our infantry line. Maybe like one group of spears. And then like the Bestigors. I feel like we need a little bit more like endurance. It seems like on a lot of my builds, I've kind of been, you know, running into issues with, you know, my army, my front line collapsing. So, man, I don't know if I played this matchup yet. Triple Gorble? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know how this is going to be. This is interesting. So we do have Morker. We have the different buffs. He better not be watching. I think Bestigors win against Greatswords, like in a one-on-one fight. They have 10 more weapon strength, which is huge. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'll definitely play well, man. I'll try my best. I don't know. Is this build good? Do we want chariots? We probably don't want the Centaurs with throwing weapons. I think this is probably fine, to be honest. Yeah, let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Cool. Yeah, yeah. A lot of it does depend on the charge, like like Pip said, Pippington in chat. If the best scores get a good charge, plus that 42 weapon strength, but I think greatswords have better defensive stats. I'm not sure about the melee attack and melee defense comparisons. So, yeah, I'm not sure about potion. I'm glad they got rid of potions. I thought the potions were kind of, bad for the meta. I thought they were kind of an annoying thing. So, yeah, I'm glad they got rid of them for sure. Potions were a bit of a strange thing. Yeah, I don't care if he's watching. If he wants to, that's fine. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I don't think you would do that. So, all right, cool. Let's do it to it. Let's have some fun. So we got best scores. At the very least, they are immune to psychology, at least temporarily speaking. So we're gonna have a pretty resilient front line here versus vampire counts, and of course we do have Morker there. Morker, makes that front line pretty frightening, guys. I mean, he's tough. He's a tough cookie to crack. So let's go ahead and see what we want to do with these Ungors. Maybe we can do a little bit of fancy business over here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. So these guys will kind of set up here. We're going to set up our spears over yonder as well. And yeah, they can't actually vanguard, so that's okay. So we're going to put them here. And we'll probably put Gorbel in group 2 as well and have them kind of like roam as like a goon squad. I really don't like this map. It's like really hard to like see everything, I feel. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. Pretty high starting wins of magic, which I think is a good thing for me. So yeah, all right, so cool. Let's go ahead and get things. And honestly, we should probably just like start back here with these guys and just quit messing around. So, all right, cool. Because if he does some sort of funny business, I don't want to like get caught out. So, all right, cool. So this is fine, and let's go. Yeah. Chaos Dwarves get their own faction? Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. So it looks like he deployed over in the Shadow Realm over here, which is fine. Totally cool with me. We're going to kind of go over here and get ready to engage. We have a pretty simple army setup here, so should be okay. Let's see. So he's got some Graveguard, pretty standard protocol. I wonder if he brought a Mortis Engine. Looks like he did. So it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to take that bad boy down, but we'll try our best. And he might have some Blood Knights kind of lurking around. I actually like Blood Knights in this matchup. Blood Knights with some like Chaos Poison Warhounds can be pretty scary for sure. So we do have the Flock of Doom action. So you've only missed 2, Misha. Yeah, you missed 2. I got my salad toss in the first one, and the second battle was pretty good. So a little bit of lag here. Oh man, hopefully he doesn't disconnect. Come on, Gav, you can do it, man. Fight the good fight. All right, so we're continuing to advance over here. We're just going to kind of get in position over yonder, keep our cav force kind of lurking nearby. And I wonder if he's going to stay up here on the hill. It's pretty interesting if he decides to. Looks like he has the Mortis Engine. We can see some standard Graveguard, and these standard Graveguard will get their salads tossed by the Bestigors. Like the Bestigors will, obviously with the Mortis Engine, it'll be a closer fight than I would want, but still, like, yeah. And it looks like he has some skeletons in the front for fodder, which is totally fine. We'll definitely, take the charge, and he does have some Cryptors as well, so we're gonna have to deal with those bad boys somehow. I'm starting to wonder what type of like a cav force he has. More importantly, what's nice about the Skeleton Warriors is that we can probably do some good work with the Bestigors against them. And oh, he does have the Königstein Stalkers here too, so very cool build, man. I like it so far. I'm not sure if he's gonna sit on the hill here. He might. I'm wondering what his lord is. Does he have like a lord on the ground over here somewhere? Because I can't quite see it yet. And I'm assuming he does, because if he had a flying lord, I think I would have seen it by now. So if he doesn't have a flying lord, I'm totally fine with that. Like, that's actually, I think, a good thing, because it means my archers are going to be a little bit safer. So let's see. So he's setting up on the hill behind the rocks, which is cool. Looks like these Centaurs over here, or not Centaurs, excuse me. These scary Cryptors are kind of scurrying around. So yeah. I mean, Gorbels are still good. I don't think they're bad. Like, they're a very strong, scary unit. It's just they're not as good as they used to be, in my opinion. So cool. So we're gonna set up right here. Looks like he's chilling up on the hill, kind of waiting for me to make my way over there, which is totally fine. We can just kind of set up at the bottom and start using some of our abilities, maybe. I don't know. Or we could also start pressuring with our missiles, which is going to be okay. So we can start shooting at the Königstein Stalkers. I'm totally fine with that for now. And we'll pull our cav in the back and kind of just sit and see what he does with the rest of his units. So it looks like the Graveguard and other guys are going to come down here. We're going to get some decent Raider fire. And where's his Lord? I'm actually really, really curious about that. So he's going to engage here. We're going to go ahead and get Morker engaged over there. We're going to get these guys engaged right here. These guys engaged right here. And these guys can kind of collapse right here. So we want to keep everyone relatively high and tight and just kind of, wait and see what's going on here. Nothing, no funny business so far, though, from the rest of his troops. They're kind of just sitting up here. And we're going to probably get a lot of free kills here. I think that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and switch our missiles onto the Claw of Nagash. And the Gorbel we're actually going to put in group 3 and send him on a Mission Impossible run. We're going to go ahead and use a big, nice devolve right here, and the Cryptors are also going to, try and collapse on us on this flank. So we're going to start shooting over here, and we're going to use Gorbel and whatnot to go around the back and kind of try and snipe. And it looks like he does have a Vlad von Karstein, so pretty good stuff there. Vlad might try and come by and you know, do some work on our back line here. And let's see, we do have a Devolve here, so let's go ahead and also use the Devolve. And our Centaurs get a pretty decent little charge against some of those Cryptors, but let's actually pull them back and try and get things a little bit more optimal. We're going to pull Gorbel and have him go after that guy, and he does summon some zombies in the back line, so we can go ahead and split here, get these spears kind of engaged on those guys, and just make sure to use Arcane Conduits too. Very, very important stuff. So, very, very good. So we're going to kind of re-engage on the Cryptor here. We're going to keep Gorbel chasing this guy, and these missiles, we're going to keep them shooting at that Mortis engine, and I think our front line's holding up pretty well considering the circumstances. So let's go ahead and get these guys fighting as well. Probably want to take advantage of our casters and, you know, do as much work as we can, really. So these missiles are back online too. And these guys are doing pretty good against the Cryptors. I think they're able to like trap a few of them, and though they're not like inherently designed versus them, I think it's a pretty good choice. So let's go ahead and use another Flock of Doom right here. And the Gorbel's doing a really, really good job of taking out that Claw of Nagash. So that's pretty good. We're not allocating too many resources to it also, which is good. We're kind of just, you know, somewhat minimal on our approach there, and we should have, it looks like, the Spirit Essence of Chaos and some of those other abilities online relatively shortly. So let's go ahead and pull this guy back here, and we do have another Devolve. Should have one soon. So let's go ahead and use the Stab of Ruinous Corruption in the back here. Have these guys start collapsing and doing, you know, their work here, and we're able to do pretty good and collapse some of those Cryptors over there. So I'd say this battle's going well. It's really hard to tell in this matchup, to be honest. And he does have some crumbling troops here, so we're going to go ahead and make sure to get our summons going there. And let's go ahead and send those Chaos Spawn after that. So we're going to pull these guys here, and make sure that you're, you know, shooting at appropriate targets. And we do have another Flock of Doom, so let's go ahead and cast it over here and get these Cryptors kind of getting ganked by, you know, our mobile Goon Squad here. So you can see the Chaos Spawn chasing off that Mortis engine, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and use Call of Violence here, just kind of keep this fight going. And let's see, what do we want to target here? So I'm trying to look and see if he has any like Cryptors or anything over here, and I don't think he really does. So we can just start shooting at the Necromancer here, which should be fine, and we're able to collapse on the back of those Cryptors, which is really, really solid. So these are Ungor Raiders. We want to get them back and get the Sorcerer over here, and you can see the Chaos Spawn doing a really, really good job. So let's actually go and finish that off, because he did use an Invocation to Hex, so we're going to use our mobile Goon Squad and pull the Chaos Spawn back, because our mobile squad can catch those no problem. So we do have a Devolve, and we have Flock of Doom coming up relatively shortly. Let's go ahead and get these Spears engaged right here and get these guys kind of shooting in here on these Graveguard. And yeah, we have another Flock of Doom. Let's go ahead and use it over here. So looks like we're winning on this side of the battle pretty well. We're going to be able to kill that Mortis engine pretty easily there, I think. So we're just going to kind of shoot into this big blob here and try and get as much, you know, just raw HP damage. And yeah, we're a little low on Winds of Magic now, which is fine. Hopefully my opponent doesn't disconnect. That would be unfortunate. It's a pretty good game so far. Yeah. Nope. Come on. You can do it, man. You're in it. Fight the good fight. But I think we're winning. You guys can see the balance of power is pretty heavily in our favor, and you know, we're killing this Mortis engine. We do have a very healthy kind of situation going on here. The Gorbel is hitting on Vlad. We do have Chaos Spawn kind of all over the place. So as far as just the, you know, general circumstances of things, I think it's going pretty well. Let's go ahead and use that. We really need to make sure to finish off that Mortis engine, though. It's a pretty high value target. So Morker over here in this group is I'd say they're doing pretty well, but over here we're having a little bit of a problem. But let's go ahead and find the Cryptors. They're going to go down pretty hard against Ungor Raiders. So and the Spears here are doing a good job, and this thing should die relatively shortly. It seems like let's go ahead and like ride them past it and like see if we can get a better surround. And there we go. Okay, so now more models should attack that. So we're going to go ahead and use another Flock of Doom over here, which should be pretty good against those very blobbed up Vampire Counts units. Just going to keep pushing in here, and let's go ahead and see where Morker is going. So Morker's in pretty good shape. We do have our Shaman over here as well. I want to keep those guys alive, just again, because in the fourth quarter they can be pretty strong. So we do finally finish that Mortis engine, which is really, really nice. So we're going to park these guys up here for just a moment. Gorbel's in pretty rough shape, but we still do have a very healthy Morker. We got some missiles shooting in here, kind of wearing down a lot of the Vampire Counts units. We do have some Bestigors coming back from route as well. So Morker, it's going to take quite some time to kill him, and we still do have 2 full Chaos Spawn summons. So let's go ahead and see where we want to charge. We want to get on the Cryptors with our mobile units. So we're going to get a nice little downhill charge here. Definitely ram into some of those guys, trigger some leadership issues, and we don't have enough for, you know, anything really at the moment. So let's keep our missiles focusing here, keep these guys focusing here. And yeah, so far so good. Yeah, it's going well, guys. The build worked pretty good. I think our front line held up long enough to kind of give us the time we needed to really perform. We're going to summon some Chaos Spawn right in the middle of his troops here, and you know, they should be able to really, you know, help turn the tide of this battle. So on top of that, we want to look for a Spirit Essence, and let's see, do we have anyone we can summon off? We do have some Cryptors over here, and it looks like we do. So I think at that point, those Cryptors, it's going to be too much to come back from. But honestly, some of the MVPs, I think, were the Ungor Raiders. They did a really good job. The Gorbel was able to hunt down that Mortis engine and, you know, perform pretty well for me there. And yeah, I think what does he still have? Vlad, and he has like the Stearnsmen and some other units, but they're getting rear charged by Bestigors back here, and Bestigors will cut through the Stearnsmen somewhat quickly. So yeah, and we do have enough for another Flock of Doom actually. So let's go ahead and pop that in here. And yeah, Morger the Beastman Green Knight, kind of. Kind of. Yeah, he's pretty good. So let's get these troops back in here, kind of charge in here on these bad boys, and just have some fun. Yeah, eating pizza and watching Total War definitely sounds nice. I haven't had a pizza in a long time, but well played to Chainsaw Gav. It was super GG. That was fun, man. It was a fun one. But yeah, I feel like Beastmen are a really good faction. Like, I know a lot of people say they're somewhat low tier, but I honestly think they're a very competitive faction. You know, able to deal with vampire counts like somewhat well. I mean, it's still a hard matchup, but you know, you're able to do it. So, well played to Chainsaw Gav. We'll say that. That might be worth casting just to kind of showcase, you know, how the Beastmen do against vampire counts. But I think a Flying Lord would have been a little bit trickier because he could have then flown over and summoned zombies on top of my missiles, which would have been a little tricky for Micro in the back line. Vlad is very resilient, but again, he also is limited in terms of where he can summon. But good performance from my mobile goon squad. That Gorbel, he actually was an MVP, and I'm really glad I brought him. I'm really glad. Why do you say that, Flux? Out of curiosity. So you suggest that I should stream on Twitch? Hey, what's going on, John Ton? How's it going, man? Good seeing you. Yeah, GG, Gav. I've always been curious because a lot of people have said to me that I should stream on Twitch, and I don't really see the advantage. I mean, I know on Twitch you can get donations. You know, I guess that's kind of like a built-in thing, like so you guys could throw me a buck or two. But aside from that, I don't really kind of see the huge advantage in that, right? Hey, what's going on, Leo Spurgeon? Glad you're able to catch a live stream, my friend. But yeah, let me know why you guys think I should stream on there. How many games for future casting? So I actually have 7 games ready to upload right now. I recorded 7 casts yesterday, so I have a whole week's worth of videos. Yeah. Hey, take care, man. Say hello to your son. Maybe someday he'll join in on the stream. Yeah, it was really well played, Chainsaw Gav. That was super fun, man. So we're playing against the Dawi. So let's go ahead and let's get the pony. Let's get the big Papa Kolek. Get in there and crush some little people. So we're gonna that's a grudge for sure. We're gonna get some of these Chaos Warriors. We're also going to get 1 Inspiring Champion, and we're gonna get 2 Marauders. So on top of that, we probably are going to get some Chariots because again, Chariots are super fun against the Dwarves, and it is a somewhat shrouded map, so it's gonna be very tough for the Dawi to deal with that. For Lords of Magic, I don't really know what we should get, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why I would. Yeah, I can always put it on my YouTube channel later, but I don't know, YouTube, I like to stream on here because again, all of you guys are already here. So like it's just kind of, yeah, I don't know, it just seems natural. It seems so natural, guys. We're going to get 2 Marauder Horsemen, of course, to deal with any gyrocopter shenanigans. And, you know, I almost want to get 3. Because I have so much armor piercing, right? Kolek's ready to go. I could get Shaggoth, maybe. Maybe if I like cut a chariot and get a Shaggoth, that could be okay, because the Shaggoth can like ride around and do some serious work, although I can't quite afford him. And the double chariots are very micro intensive, and it kind of hurts my hand a little bit, to be honest. So maybe we'll cut one of these guys. We will get a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth just to kind of give my hand a little bit of a rest here. We'll chevron up these bad boys, and yeah, let's have some fun, I guess. Yeah, I could get metal. Do you guys want to see Lore of Metal? I don't know. Lore of Metal is just so haggard, though. I think this is probably fine. All right. So is Lady Turin there in chat keeping things in line? You talking some smack, Armando? Yeah, it could work. It could. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll try streaming on Twitch someday. You know, I think having like a healthy Twitch community for Total War could be nice in terms of like esports, because again, a lot of like esports communities do kind of grow on Twitch rather than on YouTube. So I guess for like promoting it from that perspective, it could be pretty good. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure, guys. Remove the false king. Oh man. Hey, look, Thorgrim's here. Yeah, Thorgrim, unfortunately, I am fighting your people, so he locked in too quickly. I couldn't do anything about it. So we have a very, very heavy AP army, which is going to be pretty good, I think. Hopefully it'll do the job. We'll see. So let's go ahead and start deploying back here just in the open so we can kind of see things a little bit better. So let's go ahead and set up these guys like so, and we can set up 1 on each wing, actually, and put them on the outside. So let's go ahead and do that like this. That should be nice and good. We're going to put the Aspiring Champions probably just in the center for now. We can kind of, you know, plug them in wherever we need them. And the Marauder Horsemen, we can do a little bit of Vanguard funny business over here, which is good. As far as the Chariots go, we're going to deploy them up in the hills because we don't want them to take like free fire. And the Dwarf Cannons are usually, you know, they're designed to just shoot those guys down. So We're going to put these guys in group 2 and actually switch these guys to group 4. And these Marauders in the back, we're just going to put back here and probably just use them to like kind of flank or, you know, do some other funny business. So cool. All right. So I'm feeling pretty good, guys. And, you know, honestly, I should just deploy up in the forest. I think that's going to be the best bet, just so we can minimize the amount of cannon fire we're going to take. So let's go ahead here, and these guys can be over here as well. And yeah, so we're good to go. Yeah, Twitch could be interesting though. Yeah, they could be. We'll check it out though. We'll check it out, guys. I'm willing to explore all those options. So I know this is going in the book. Well, what if they beat me? If they beat me, then a grudge settled, right? So Kolek's, he's looking pretty hungry, guys. He's got his big Star Crusher. Thing's glowing. He's pissed. Oh, does Kolek have an anti-large bonus? Does he? Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually never noticed that. So man, no wonder he crushes enemy lords so hard. So, oh man, we still have quite a trail over here. So we're actually gonna march over here, kind of get everyone going over this direction, just like take advantage of the terrain. Because if he's gonna kind of sit back here, I don't mind that at all. And he does have an organ gun, and looks like he actually has 2 organ guns, which is pretty interesting. So we're gonna kind of scurry over here, and the organ gun's range is pretty short. So let's see what it is. So yeah, they're not facing straight right now. So we're going to go over here, get these guys in position. What does he have over here? It looks like he has some Thunders up in the hill, so pretty interesting stuff here. He does have some Slayers. It looks like he has Longbeards, yeah. The one issue with his army, guys, is he doesn't have enough AP. His armor-piercing core consists of, like, miners and organ guns, which, you know, aren't bad, but still, I don't think he's going to have enough. I really don't think he's going to. Now, he might just karate chop me, and I could be totally wrong, but still, just my initial assessment is that that's going to be a big issue for him. He has a ton of okay, there's more Thunders. Okay, that explains things. So he actually had some Slayers and Thunders, so it looks like he was going to try and bait me into an open field battle and then gun me down from the forest, which would have been pretty scary for sure. But we're marching, we're slow. You know, the Warriors of Chaos, they're not a fast people. I mean, this is actually a run, believe it or not. Like, they're running right now. So we're going to kind of line up like this and just get ready to charge in from there. And Kolek should have a Lord of the Storm relatively shortly. So we definitely don't want to let those organ guns shoot for free. And you can see he's actually scurrying away. So definitely, I don't know if that's the true Dawi there. So right now, we're actually going to charge straight in, because right now his organ guns are in a bit of an awkward position. They're kind of like at a weird angle. And let's go ahead and send these Marauders over here, get Kolek and the Shaggoth right here, because the organ guns are going to be like kind of blocked by the terrain here a little bit, I think. I don't know though. But yeah, we can just go and charge straight in, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to like make you guys wait forever. So he's trying to scurry though. He's trying to scurry for sure. You know, and getting a little bit of a better position. Yeah. Pretty bold move there. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him. We do have these trees here, so what we could actually do is like deploy like over here a little bit. And the organ guns, let's see their range. So the range is close. So we'll actually like line up just out of the range, and then we'll start advancing. And we do have the chariots and the Marauder horsemen and the other guys over here. So we have to be careful though, because we don't want to like let those Thunders like just gun us down. So we're gonna hide the chariots back here for sure. And these guys we can kind of pull over here. Kolek can kind of scurry over here and get a Lord of the Storm like on top of these Thunders right here. That should be fine. And I think he can reach it like once he gets a little further out. So we don't want to like take any unnecessary fire, because again, Kolek doesn't have any way of like healing really. So he's going to use the Lord. Is he casting it? I think he's casting it. So let's go ahead and cast that there. Come on, Kolek, you can do it. So he's going to run right there. He's going to cast it, and now we can run back, which is fine. So very, very good. Good engagement. And oh, I never noticed the storm cloud up there, but you guys see it does some pretty. Oh, those were miners. Oh no, I meant to actually hit the Thunders behind them. So it's okay, guys. Could be worse. So we're just gonna go down the pipe. We're not gonna play any fancy games, and we're just gonna kind of keep Kolek and company in the back line. He does have some Slayers over here as well. Has a pretty good kind of secure flank over here. So we might actually ride these Marauders up once the fighting starts and have them doing like some throwing axes at the Thunder line in the back. We definitely need to get back there. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back. I think he can see those, and I think that's why he's targeting those. So yeah, let's pull them back here. And yeah, troops are advancing. I mean, not much more I can do here really. Just kind of got to march down the pipe, and you can see he kind of like switched those things around at the last second. So we'll start like running them, and if we can get them behind his line, that's going to be really nice. So he's probably obstructing himself a little bit with those organ guns, but we're going to start taking some fire for sure, which is going to be tough. So let's actually run across with the Shaggoth here and see if we can kind of pressure the back line a little bit. And you can see the Marauder horsemen taking some organ gun fire, which I much prefer as opposed to my armored infantry, like any day of the week. So really, really good situation initially for us. So we're going to kind of beeline Kolek and his buddies over here. We're going to get the chariot in the back line, and he's going to chase it with Slayers, obviously, which is okay. But man, we really don't want to take that Thunder fire for free. So we're going to kind of go back here, and this is a really risky play. But you can see the Thunders are a little bit out of position. I think we can scurry past him without him being able to stop us, because there's not much room here, which is a little bit dicey. But the chariots are pretty quick. So, oh my God, this is so bad. Go, go, go. So we're going to get these guys going back here. We're going to engage those Longbeards here. We're going to engage here, get get everyone kind of going, and we'll get these guys kind of scurrying around here as well. We're going to get Kolek collapsing on the flank over here and get these guys going here. And the chariots were able to kind of get around the back here. So let's get these guys going right here, have them start throwing at some of these thunders. And very, very good so far. Excellent. So you can see a bit of an awkward position for him. So let's go ahead and get Kolek and the boys on these organ guns. And the chariots over here, we can collapse on the back of these longbeards. And let's also get these guys coming over here. So my chariot's taking quite a bit of damage. So very rough stuff right out of the gate. So we're going to push these guys over here, and our cav we're going to kind of position over here. And okay, so I think everything's going relatively to plan here. So the Shagath in here doing a good job. So we're going to pull Kolek and the Shagath back. My opponent obviously reacting very, very well to that. And the Slayers are also coming over here as well. So let's get these Marauders charging in here, get these guys in here, and the Chariot we want to kind of get in here. So we want to just try and overwhelm him, like, you know, with just madness going on. So we're going to charge the Chariots right down the pipe. We should have another Lord of the Storm here, so we're going to go ahead and use that and make sure these guys are engaged as well. Very, very good. And yeah, so far so good. So let's kind of run the Shagaths over here in the front line, take advantage of their mobility. We did get some Marauders like on top of these Thunders, which is going to be very, very good. So we want to run away from these Slayers. Let's go ahead and put these guys in the skirmish mode. And the Chariots are coming in pretty hot here, so let's go ahead and charge right into these cannons here and just kind of run through the battle line. And Kolek and the boys are just going to smash that front line up. They're going to do some serious work. So we're going to push back to these Thunders and you know, just kind of keep pulling these Chariots around, trying to be as obnoxious as possible. We did get these guys back, so let's go ahead and pull them in here. And I think it's going well. It's really hard to tell, to be honest, but the main thing is making sure our Shagaths don't get like caught up and just that they can continue to run free, and they can run through the ranks really fast, whereas like the dwarves who are pursuing them can't. You can see Ungrim's kind of like getting, you know, a little bit of an awkward position, and the Chariot's doing a pretty good job though. So we're going to kind of slam them into the back of the front line, and hopefully we can get some good value out of that. But I think our Chaos Warriors are doing pretty well for us. You can see the Shagaths here are definitely, you know, on the hunt, to say the least. So we're doing some great work. We're able to shut down the Thunders. So let's go ahead and pull these guys into melee and just kind of try and run these guys off the battlefield because they're very close to the back. So I think if we can, like, crack those Thunders, that's going to be really good. And the Chariots get a nice little rear charge into the back of the Dwarf line. So let's see. We want to probably charge into this group of Thunders here who are somewhat healthy. Let's go ahead and take a look around here. We do have, what is this over here? Is this just a... Oh, okay. So those Chaos Marauders were kind of just sitting idle, but we get a good charge with those Chariots. Kolek and the boys are just wreaking some serious havoc in the back line. And, you know, again, Ungrim, like, though he does have an anti-large bonus, he's still super slow. And if I really want to be abusive, I can just knock him around. Like, I can just cycle charge him, and he won't be able to do much of anything. So we're going to pull these guys over here, just kind of keep these Cav kind of in the back. So we'll take them out of melee mode right now. So let's go ahead and switch them to range, just kind of park them over here. And we want to get the Shagaths away from Ungrim. So yeah, there we go. Very good. So we're going to kind of run back to the front line now. Or maybe we can run over here and help out with some of these Longbeards. And that would be pretty good. So we're going to pull these Chariots over to the front as well. Just kind of keep charging around. And let's actually split them so he has to, like, decide. And it looks like his entire front line is collapsing at this point. So the Marauders chasing these guys off. We do have some throwing axes going off as well. Kolek's going to come over here. He does have another Lord of the Storm. I don't even know if there's anything like worth storming right now, but we'll go ahead and do it right there. We'll kind of run up through here. The Chariot's coming in as well. And it looks like these troops are able to get a decent little Lord of the Storm there. That was pretty good. So very, very good stuff, guys. Things are going well. Yeah, I don't know if the Dwarves are going to be able to do it, guys, to be honest. Like, they've taken some serious casualties, and we were able to outmaneuver a lot of their defenses, even though they did have, like, a very healthy Thunder firing line. So let's go ahead and get these guys, and it looks like that's all she wrote. So, well played to my my Dawi friend. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Sorry about the grudge, guys. I only brought one Aspiring Champ because their damage is mitigated heavily by the Dwarves. Yes. But still. I liked his army. My one critique would be a Runesmith, firstly. The Organ Guns probably are not optimal, but very, very cool style points for bringing them. Also, maybe the Grumbling Guard, or, you know, maybe some sort of armor-piercing frontline troops would have been really nice, because you guys can see his front line just got crushed by the Chaos Warriors. Yeah. Yeah. So pretty good stuff, guys. Well played. So let's go ahead and we'll do one more quick battle, and then after that quick battle, we're going to go ahead and jump into some subscriber cockfights. Why can't I facecam Battlecast? I'm not sure why. Yeah, we'll actually pause this. So, yeah, we're going to do some viewer games for sure to answer your question, Cargon Gaming. Absolutely. They're some of my favorites. So you guys want a subscriber cockfight right now? Is that what you guys want to do? Okay, we can just do that. So I'm going to go to multiplayer. I'm going to host a new battle. We'll do 1v1 Turin stream sub cockfight. The password is Turin. You guys are going to battle it out, and I'm going to cast it. Should be fun. Yes. So if you guys have a really heavy-duty potato computer, I would probably opt out of joining. I mean, we'll get you in. I'll play team games with you, like, on the side completely, but just for this, so for the sake of the other viewers, I would recommend that. So, all right, game's up. Password is Turin, Turin, all lowercase if I'm not mistaken. So you guys join, then I will be the spectator. So, cool. So just kind of waiting for you guys to join up now, and let's have a party. Yeah, good stuff, guys. Yes. Yeah, Armando, I'm doing some wrist stretches. Don't worry about that. So, all right. Thorgrim, I'll probably play as the Dawi, maybe one of my next ranked games. I see. So we got Kargon and John Ton in here. So very good. We got some people ready to go already. Should be a good cockfight. So again, I'm going to leave and rejoin as a spectator. So you guys please close that slot as soon as you can. So waiting for the game to pop up on the menu. Let's go ahead and click this and spectate and lowercase Turin and good. So I'm in as a spectator. Very, very good stuff. Cool. So let me put up the screen blocker. So, you know, again, we can not see, no stream sniping essentially. Good. Great. Good to go. Yeah, there's some grudges to be settled for sure. But it looks like we're going to have New Bretonia facing off against the Empire, perhaps? I know, I actually played some multiplayer games. John Ton was playing with Onionese the other day, and they were doing really good together. John Ton's a very good player as well, so I don't know if I've seen Kargon play. But yeah, we'll see, guys. Yeah, you can never see the games, Davina? That's very strange. Maybe is it because I'm offline on Steam? I often do that. I think that might be it. So let me go ahead and change that. Okay, I should be online now, so we should be good to party. So, all right, very, very cool. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, the Turin games. Yeah, well, Turin is actually, if I'm not mistaken, a city in Italy. So, Zucchini. Unfortunately, you and your Zucchini are gonna have to step out. These guys were in here first. Who's the host of the game now? So, Kargon, you're actually, if you could you go ahead and close that slot so folks don't join? Just, you know, if you don't mind, that would be excellente. So, Greenskins build versus Vamps. Yeah, Stefan, I tried the first game. I actually got slayed pretty good. He was a good player for sure. So, but yeah, Kargon, if you could, you're gonna need to close that slot before the game starts. There you go. Yeah, you know, Athropos, to answer your question, Bretonia is a pretty good cav faction. I think Royal Pegasus Knights are just like so good. I think they're one of the best cav in the game. But obviously they are very, very good infantry. With the Grail Reliquae and the Fey Enchantress, like you can play a very, very like tight infantry shell, which I think is solid. And honestly, I don't think with any faction, no matter how much you like tune them up, you can't be that much of a cav faction because so many factions have like cheap, cost-effective spears that if you overinvest in cav, you're gonna lose out on so many resources unless they do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe we got some Balthazar Gelt here. You guys are in for a surprise. It's gonna be a good cockfight for sure. I'm really excited to see this one. So we will see what Kargon's got up his sleeve and have some fun. Yeah. Thanks again for joining today, guys. I think we got some pretty good numbers here. We got what 280 people on, I think, is what I'm seeing right now. So almost, I don't know if that's a record, but it's still quite good. So we're fighting on Eschen, which is actually one of my favorite maps. It's just simple. I kind of like the aesthetics of it. It's very cool. So we're going to get rid of the face-off here. So let me go ahead and minimize and do that very quickly. All right. So let me go ahead and hide that, and we're good. Cool, guys. Yeah, I'll play some Empire tonight. Yeah, we'll play one before the day's over. I am such a noob at the Empire, though. I'll probably get stomped out. It doesn't really matter, though. It's about having fun, so. Oh, you never got to see the new blocker? Which one was that, Misha? Was that the one that Bulk McLarge Huge made? I think so. It might have been. The anime one? Yeah, we're probably going to see like Franz or Boris Todbringer, to be honest. Balthazar. Hey, I'm glad this is making your workday easier, my friend. That's what we're here for. We're here to have a good time. So I'm going to kind of look into the Great Beyond while we, you know, let our people deploy. Because again, they might be listening and could get like a pretty good assessment of, you know, the opponent's army composition. So I'm not going to take any chances. In the meanwhile, we can just sit here with the map directional marker and just draw dicks on the screen. Oh, doesn't look like it's working. Yeah, it kind of like runs out of space before you finish. Oh, see, you get the half shaft right here, but you can never get like the full deal. It's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, so I wonder if I can write my name. Yeah, I can. Very cool. Check that out, guys. Isn't that fancy? Oh, it erases before I can finish. Yeah, that's too bad. I think it is a record. Yeah, we got a lot of people watching today. So welcome to all of you guys that are new. So this is actually a series on my stream where I cast subscriber cockfights. So we get 2 of you guys from the stream when you have you guys battle to the death. So yeah, let's do it to it, man. I want to start looking at their armies, but I don't want to spoil it or let them stream snipe one another. Yeah, Justin Bieber shapeshift into a giant lizard in the public provided by Cosmopolitan. Oh man. All right, guys. Today we have a matchup between Kargon, who is going to be playing Bretonia, and he's going to be facing off against the Empire piloted by John Ton. So as far as the Bretonnian army composition goes, he has a combination of foot squires, men-at-arms with swords, which is interesting because usually you would see battle pilgrims, but it looks like he does also have more men-at-arms and some more foot squires, so no battle pilgrims today, but he does indeed have a Grail Reliquae positioned very, very well in the middle of his army. In the back, he does have some peasant bowmen, just standard, no poison, no fire, but again, pretty good choice against Empire, I would say. Good for trading against handgunners and things like that. He does have some men-at-arms with polearms in the flank to defend against cav, but granted, I don't think he's going to have to worry about cav really, because he has a very dominant cav force. He has Knights of the Realm and 2 groups of Pegasus Knights. I would have liked to see the Royal Pegasus Knights because, again, they have amazing stats and they do have immunity to Vigor in the long battle, but still not a bad choice at all. The Empire player, actually, I really like his build, and this is what I was kind of trying to explain to you guys. He has a bunch of Flagellants, which will be very good against men-at-arms, but will suffer against foot squires, but he does have greatswords in the back, so if he's able to get the greatswords like onto the foot squires here, and then get the Flagellants onto the men-at-arms, he's going to be in really, really good shape here. But these silver bullets and the handgunners are going to be pretty good at poking down the Pegasus Knights in the flanks, but on that same coin, guys, the one issue for the Bretonnian player is that he kind of really, I would say in some ways, and this is why I usually don't get like more than 1 or 2 groups of cav, because right now these Knights of the Realm and these Pegasus Knights, it's going to be really hard for them to find a home. They're just going to get poked, and if they do come in, they're going to get engaged with spears or, you know, something else like that, and it's going to be a little bit tricky. But John Ton does actually, as far as the Lord go, he does have Boris Todbringer on the ground. So right now you can see that the men-at-arms are fighting Flagellants, so very, very good engagement by John Ton. These guys will get torn to shreds by the Flagellants. And then as soon as that's done, they're simply going to push through. Granted, you can see Kargon, very, very wise. He kept some of his foot squires and auxiliary, so when his front line does get cracked here, he's going to be able to push through and do pretty well for himself. Over here you can see an Awakening of the Wood. I think they're Dwellers from Below, is that what that is? I haven't seen that ability in forever, but he does have this Blessed Trebuchet back here, which does have 33 kills already, so pretty good performance, and you can see the Pegasus Knights still struggling to find a home, and they're taking massive gunfire from the silver bullets. The Knights of the Realm, what he probably wants to do is exactly what he's doing here, and I really like this play from the Empire player Kargon. He gets a nice rear charge on these Flagellants, and Flagellants have such low armor that honestly, Knights of the Realm can probably poke them down pretty well. You can see the Blessed Cannon continuing to get in here and do pretty good against these greatswords, and the Bretonnian missiles are trading pretty well. What I'd really like to see from the Bretonnian player, though, is to get these missiles starting to shoot at these silver bullets because they're devastating his Pegasus Knights. He does get a pretty decent little rear charge with the Pegasus Knights over here, but again, the spears simply just follow them, but a nice bombardment from the Fey Enchantress. What an incredible battle. This is very, very good stuff so far, and, you know, despite a rough circumstance for the Pegasus Knights, the Bretonnian player's front line is holding up incredibly well. You can see that the Flagellants, these greatswords, as well as this other group of Flagellants, are just getting absolutely destroyed by these men-at-arms and foot squires. And the Grail Reliquae, of course, keeping them fighting. But on the other side, it looks like the Empire player is faring a lot better. And on top of that, he does have very healthy handgunners. And he has a very, very scary goon squad right here with Boris Todbringer and these 2 Empire Knights who are kind of just chilling right now. I'd like to see them get in action a little bit more and perhaps fight. And it looks like he does indeed decide to charge them through. And he's going to go after that Fey Enchantress so hard. And you can see her running on her unicorn. She's really going to need some help. And this is what he probably should have saved the Pegasus Knights for, just to protect the Fey Enchantress. Because if the Pegasus Knights were able to like jump in on Boris right now, it would be a good situation. So right now she's having to scurry away, which is tough, and Boris hits pretty darn hard. He has 450 weapon strength and will definitely beat the Fey Enchantress in a straight up fight. But over here, the Knights of the Realm get another decent rear charge, but unfortunately it is against halberds and they're most likely going to break. The Peasant Bowmen continue to fire in, and it looks like they're shooting at spears. I would like to see them shooting at the handgunners, and it looks like some of them are. And also these silver bullets are kind of just being left alone. They're a very high value unit. They hit like absolute trucks, and they definitely need to be put down, or else those Pegasus Knights and other heroic units, and also against foot squires, you can see they have a great firing angle here. So very, very well played by John Ton, doing an outstanding job shooting those guys down. I know we need some charge porn. You guys are correct, but this is a great fight so far. You can see the Fey Enchantress having to scurry away from the General of the Emperor, excuse me, Boris Todbringer. This other dude's kind of chilling, but he's going to ride in here against these peasants. A little bit of charge porn, nothing that great. But unfortunately, you know, the Empire player doesn't have a ton of cav, so we're not going to get too much charge porn here. But he's doing a very good job with his handgunners, and unfortunately, I think that this Blessed Trebuchet has been hitting the wrong targets for the most part. It's been shooting at spears for quite some time. It really needs to be shooting at the silver bullets, as the Peasant Bowman did, because again, his front line of foot squires were in really good shape, but they've been taking sustained fire from the silver bullets for, you know, a good like 2 minutes. And also this other group of handgunners is you know, forcing off the Fey Enchantress and making sure that those Pegasus Knights stay off the battlefield. So very, very well played with the handgunners here by our Empire player, John Ton. And also you can see another Lore of Life and Earthblood coming down in the 4th quarter, which essentially is going to make these greatswords pretty resilient. You can see they're getting a lot of HP. They still have quite a few models, so they're going to heal quite a bit of HP here. So Let's go ahead and take an overarching view at things. It looks like there are some foot squires in the back, but most of the Bretonnian forces, aside from the Grail Reliquae, are routing. We do see the Fan Enchantress coming down with another bombardment. Let's go ahead and see how much damage it does. So it looks like he might actually move before it lands. And yeah, it's actually going to be a bit of a swing and a miss, but nice try there. Maybe these guys will run into it. Does not look like it's going to be the case. The Fan Enchantress has probably been routed off the battlefield as well. So very well played. Looks like that's probably all she wrote. There are some Knights of the Realm kind of, trying to polish things off, but it was a pretty good cockfight for sure, to say the least. Although this Blessed Trebuchet did get 103 kills, so pretty good performance there. I think a few issues with targeting for the Bretonnian player, and also the Pegasus Knights, the way that they kind of engaged was really unfortunate. And it's easy to, when you have those mobile units, to kind of just get overzealous and want to get in there and use them. You feel like you're wasting time, but sometimes patience is the best tool. If you had left them in the back and just waited for Boris and the Empire Knights to make a move, and perhaps like counter engage them, and then have the peasants shoot down the handgunners, and then engage once the handgunners were gone, or kind of to, tattered at that point, I think that would have been a bit of a better situation. So you can see the Bretonnian player does have the Blessed Trebuchet. He does have some troops coming left, but the numbers are pretty one-sided at this point. The Empire player does have 514 against his 335, and again, a lot of those numbers for the Bretonnian army are indeed peasants. So the Grail Reliquae does have the favor of the Fae here with 58 melee attack. It's putting up a pretty good fight here, so we can get in here and watch a little bit of this, but man, those guys carrying them, they're just taking spears. They do not care. And this it's surprisingly tanky for like what it looks like. It's pretty funny, but it does hit hard too. I think it has 49 weapon strength, which is pretty incredible. So continue to do its thing, and I like how they just like kind of throw the thing's head into the spearman, which is pretty hilarious. So let's go ahead and see what he has left back here. The Fan Enchantress is back online, so it is still possible that the Bretonnian player could pull this out, but honestly I think with like all the flagellants and handgunners and other things like this, you guys can see they're about to just open fire and just gun these guys down, which is going to be very, very tough for those foot squires here. So you need a dwarf explosion porn. Yeah, we'll see what we can do, Thorgrim Grudgebringer. We'll try our best here, but you can see the Empire Knights and the Empire Captains, the Empire Captains and Boris coming in here, kind of cleaning up shop, fighting the last of these foot squires, who are doing some decent damage for how many are left, but the Fan Enchantress doing a decent job just kind of defending against this one flagellant here, and I hope she does one of her cool attack animations. But yeah, it looks like that Blessed Trebuchet guy was able to do his job here. So some more flagellants coming in here, a little bit of a charge action for you guys. They got their maces out for Harambe. They're going to get in there, and yeah, that's pretty rough for these guys. But they're so squishy. You can see that peasant actually, they're fighting back and like beating these flagellants down, which is pretty funny. So because again, they do have 0 armor, but it looks like that's all she wrote. So well played. Well played. No, when I was in Poland, I didn't have Krushiki. Is that how you say that? I probably just mangled that. But very well played to Kargon and John Ton. That was a great game. Just, a few, obviously mistakes. People, everyone makes mistakes. But I think the Pegasus Knights should have been held back a little bit, because you can see they've really underperformed. And despite, losing his Pegasus Knights in that manner, he still played really well and put up a great fight. So awesome game, Kargon and John Ton. You guys rock. Thanks again for joining in for that quick battle. And we're going to get back to some goodies. So yeah, that was solid. So now back to some quick battles here. Maybe we'll try and play some Dawi. Hey, what's going on, Marco Morelli? You are Italian? Very cool. You're from Florence. So my family, my ancestors I'm half Italian. And my ancestors were from Lake Como, I think is what it was called. Northern Italy. Believe it or not, we're not from Turin, but it is like up north, northern Italy, by the Swiss Alps, actually. Yeah. So pretty good stuff. So cheers, my Italian brother. Props, man. I'm actually like about half Irish too, so I'm Irish and Italian by heritage, but most of you guys know that from the other. Yeah, 154 kills on those greatswords was pretty incredible. So we're facing against Salsicha, very good player. So we could play, try the dwarves out. I know he always likes to play chaos. So what's a matchup I kind of struggle against chaos with that I want to improve? What do you guys want to see? You guys want to see Dawi? Let's play some Dawi. It's going to be hard. It's a really hard matchup, but hi, King Thorgrim. Because chariots are just so incredibly hard to deal with. It's really, really tough. So let's see here. We probably just want to get a somewhat heavy armor piercing front line here. On top of that, we'll probably get the Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors. And it looks like he dodged. So I don't think he wants any part of the Dawi there, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Yeah, we're doing our thing, guys. You want the counts with Kemmler? That just sounds depressing. Like the other Vampire Lords are just so much better. It's like it's a rough proposition. No, I'm not actually from Turin. I'm from Northern California, actually. Yeah. No, I didn't have any of the Kuroshiki, if that's how you say that. I'm probably mangling that horribly, but I know, dude. I wanted to play dwarves, but he didn't want to play, unfortunately. We played him on the last stream. Oh, we're fighting the Zucchini. Good. I think Zucchini's on stream right now. So no stream sniping, my friend. Let's have a good, clean fight here. So we're going to get High King Thorgrim, of course. Absolute thug. And we'll see who he's playing before we pick our army composition. So, oh man, Dwarves versus Vampire counts. All right. Oh, more importantly, the Red Duke. Okay, I like it. So we're going to get these two homies. They're a very, very good choice. One of them will be a little bit toned down. I think that's probably fine here. So, okay. So, again, no stream sniping Zucchini. I'm going to start picking my army now, okay? Let's see here. What do I want to get? What do I want to get against the foul Vampire counts? We could go ahead and get some of these dudes. Again, for the Graveguard, they're going to be a pretty good choice. We'll probably get the Warriors Dragonfire Pass and some Longbeards maybe, a little something something. Yeah, I think no Gyro Bomber, guys. I think that's too much. It's too much work. This is a bit of a risky gambit for sure, getting these guys, but we're gonna give it a try. See how it works out. And let's see here. What do we want to get? Do we want to get a cannon? I think that would be a pretty good choice. So, yeah. So I got to rework my army a little bit because it's a little bit expensive right now. So we're gonna cut these guys, which I think will be fine. And then we probably want to get some Slayers for the back line, I'm thinking. Okay. I'm feeling somewhat confident about this. It's a little bit shady, but hopefully it'll work out. All Slayers all day, man. That's the way to do it for sure. No. I'm not gonna mass Slayers as much as you guys want to see that. So hopefully he's not watching my stream. If he is, I could be in some serious trouble. But you know, guys, it's okay. We're all good here. We're all good in the hood. I think this army should work out pretty well. Because again, if he's watching the stream and I do like fancy deployment with those units that you guys see with the Rangers, like I could just get my salad tossed. Like he could just find them and kill me. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well it works out. Yeah, Mr. Fippy, I played Salsicha last week on the stream. I played Vampire Counts against Chaos, and I was able to win the game, but that's just because Vampire Counts are so much better than Chaos, and he played extremely well. Like, if I was playing a different faction, he probably would have beat me. I know he's really good. Yeah, we'll try and give the Zucchini some business here, but the Dwarves are one of those factions that, you know, with the tactics I like to use as the Dwarves, if people are watching me, I'm just going to have some serious trouble, so. Yeah, we'll try. Don't you watch, man. If you're a true homie, you won't be watching. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and set up deployment over here. We'll get the Slayers obviously on guard duty. We're gonna set up our front line like so. Very, very good stuff. And on top of that, we probably want to bring the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Let's see, we can probably set up High King Thorgrim and his goon squad over here. And let's see here, how do we want to set this up? So we'll probably get a group of Longbeards over here as well. And maybe, do we want to allocate? I think the Slayers are probably enough to protect that against the Vampire Counts, to be honest. So what we'll do is we'll put one group here in the wings and one group here, which should be fine. And the Rangers, although maybe we put these guys in the back here, which should be pretty good. And we'll put these guys like so. And kind of separate them a little bit, because again, if he does have a Red Duke on a flying mount or something, we have to be pretty on top of not getting a zombie summoned. So okay, so this can be it for our main formation here, which should be pretty good. We do have these guys in group 2, we have these guys in group 3, Slayers in group 4, and I think everyone's deployed relatively how we want them to. And did they shrink the forest on this map? I thought I remember the forest being bigger, but anyways. He does have some flying lords, which is going to be a little bit tricky here. So we're going to go ahead and kind of advance out here and meet them in the open field. The gyrocopters, it's going to be hard because, well, he just has the Red Duke and some Fellbats. So it could be a lot worse for our gyrocopter squad. And I think, honestly, if with some good micro, we can, survive this. So he does have some troops over here. It looks like he does have some Grave Guards, so we're just going to start shooting at them. I think he just mostly has, like, Cryptors and some other spooky, scary units like that. So, yeah, let's kind of fly over here and see what we can do. It looks like we're getting some good damage so far on these Graveguard with our cannons. And, of course, the Red Duke is going to be a bit of an issue. We do have some Black Knights over here on the flanks, which might be a little bit of a liability to take care of. And what are these? So these are additional Black Knights. So we're actually going to shoot at some of these guys right now. The gyrocopters, we want to position, like, right here and have our missiles start to, like, help out against that. So let's start shooting the Red Duke here. We can pull these ones over here. And the Rangers, we can kind of have them start shooting the Red Duke as well. So whichever one he is chasing, what you want to do is just simply run away. So we're going to start shooting here, shooting at some of these Cryptors here, and yeah, we should be good from here. So the Black Knights are coming over here. We do have the Slayers though, which are going to be really strong against those guys. So what we'll probably do is, yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. So we're going to kind of keep shooting with the gyrocopters, just try and zone those guys out. We do have the Rangers pressuring the Red Duke, which is going to be quite nice. So let's go ahead and posture up here, have these guys start shooting at the Cryptors here, and have these guys start shooting at the Cryptors here. So the gyrocopters can chase here, and just continue to kind of poke down some of these scary units. Literally quite scary. So we do have our kind of troops in the wings here, which are going to be pretty good. So let's pull these guys here. We can pull these guys over here, spread these guys out a little thinner, and pull High King Thorgrim as well. So the cannon's doing a very, very good job. And thankfully there's, well, not thankfully, but there's a little bit of lag. So we're able to actually kind of, get our bearings here. But this cannon, at this point, we probably want to switch it onto maybe some of these, you know, Graveguard over here with the Great Opens would be a pretty good choice. But these troops should be able to get here in time to protect these Rangers. And of course, we do have High King Thorgrim coming and some of the other dudes. So it looks like he's trying to find a bit of a home here. And he might have trouble doing that. He might just go in hard against my cannons here. I'm not sure. So we're going to send these dudes over here and just kind of keep the Rangers fighting, and we can reposition those guys. And this guy does get kind of caught out here, this Gyrocopter, but the other one's doing a pretty good job working down these Cryptors. This Gyro, we can kind of run over this direction, see if we can get it away. And it looks like he does have some Black Knights coming in the flank here, so we're going to go ahead, collapse here, and pull these Rangers here. And High King Thorgrim needs to be in the front line. So let's go ahead and use a Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Pretty good, you know, use of the forest there for my opponent. So let's go ahead and pull these guys in high and tight. We'll pull these guys back as well. And the Slayers are able to catch those Black Knights there, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and start shooting at the Red Duke, and those Fellbats doing a really good job. So let's continue to shoot at the Red Duke here, see if we can get a little bit of harass going on, and we'll start using the runes across the board. So good stuff so far. The Rangers are kind of getting a secondary fallback, which is going to be really, really solid. The Slayers were able to just completely clean up those Black Knights. So we can probably bring those here, and this Gyrocopter, we want to kite the Red Duke around. And let's get High King Thorgrim fighting as well. So we're going to get him on some of these Cryptors. And these Rangers, we want to turn and have them gun down the Cryptors in the front line. We'll keep these guys to protect in the back. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and use the leadership buffs here. We do have Rune of Wrath and Ruin, so we want to use that on pretty much, you know, anything we can get our paws on. And these Slayers here, I want to probably get them right here in this pocket. And we do need to get these Rangers back because, again, pretty important unit for us in this matchup. Let's go ahead and pull this guy here. And he's going to summon some zombies here, most likely. So let's go ahead and check for ruins, make sure we're not missing out on anything. And looks like he's going to get a zombie summon here in just a moment. And the Cryptors here in the front are getting crumbled pretty good. So let's make sure these guys are engaged. We'll pull these Slayers in here against these Cryptors, and these Rangers will turn and posture and have them shoot at those Cryptors. So this Gyro's in a little bit of trouble. We need to make sure to run it around, but the other one doing a very good job of focusing. And the Red Duke is under constant cannon pressure here, and it looks like Thorgrim and the boys are able to crack that front line pretty well. So no runes here, and it looks like we do have a Rune of Wrath and Ruin over here, so let's go ahead and use that on those Graveguard. And the Cryptors are taking some good missile fire for sure, so let's go ahead and switch those Rangers onto these. And the Red Duke continuing to just take some serious damage, so probably what we want to do, honestly, is fly this over and just drop the bombs before they, you know, essentially get evaporated. And now that the Black Knight threat is for the most part mitigated, I think we're in pretty good shape here. So let's get this Runesmith engaged, keep High King Thorgrim kind of fighting and, you know, pushing the boys in the front line. His Runesmith will get him in here. And the Cryptors are getting poked down by our Rangers, which is really, really nice. So over here, he is coming for these. We do have the second Gyrocopter, which is going to come in on a bombing run. So when it gets there, we need to make sure to kite those. As soon as the Red Duke gets on something, we want to make sure to kind of scurry away. So yeah, this Runesmith's in good shape. High King Thorgrim continuing to put up a great fight in the front line. Really, really just pushing his people to victory here. And, well, quote-unquote victory. So we're going to fly over here. We do have some bombs. So one bomb, and let's drop the second bomb, and good. So at this point, we can kind of just run it away, you know, just do the best we can here. And let's actually run him back through here and see if we can get some good, free focus fire on the Red Duke. So very, very good. The Cryptors are starting to melt. And once the Cryptors go, I feel like it's going to be a little bit hard for my opponent's army to kind of, you know, get its bearings again. The Slayer's putting up a good fight in here. And it looks like Homie is just kind of continuing to chase this Gyrocopter, which is fine. Just have to stay on top of microing that. And I'd rather he do that than, you know, actually be a part of the main fight. So that's pretty important stuff here. So we do have this Runesmith. He's going to get surrounded a little bit. He did summon some zombies on the Rangers, but Rangers are pretty quick. And we can pull these Longbeards over here to help out with that. And does he actually land the Red Duke? He actually does. So interesting choice there. So yeah, man, those Fellbats are really, really cost effective. They're just chasing me around. So he does kind of pull up here. So let's actually get those guys shooting at the Duke again. We get these guys in on the zombies, and we'll get these guys kind of saturated back here. So a lot of the front line for the Vampire counts is starting to collapse, which is good. Let's make sure to stay on top of using our ruins. Make sure to use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on high unit density groups, and very, very well played by my opponent, kind of pulling in there. And let's actually pull the Slayers out. I think they're you know, they've kind of served they've paid their dues there. So we do have this other Gyrocopter that's coming back. We're going to put it on the Red Duke, and let's actually get the Slayers back here and see if we can have them help out and just, you know, finish off these darn Fellbats who are just trolling me nonstop. Thorgrim and the boys, we're able to just completely collapse that flank, so we can just push over here now and kind of polish off whatever's left. These Slayers, we're going to kind of pull them over here, have them help out with the Fellbats, and let's go ahead and see what we got going on the overarching battle. So, yeah, we're doing it, guys. We're having a good time here. So these guys, we can have them shoot in on these Graveguard here, and High King Thorgrim and what's left of my front liners here are going to finish off some of these Cryptors. We probably want to pull some of these guys to have them help out with those, because that's still a very healthy group. But you can see the Red Duke actually gets popped out of the sky by the Gyrocopter and also by the cannon. So at this point, you know, it's probably going to be a mass rout for, well, I would say a mass crumbling. So let's go ahead and just finish off these zombies, and that's all she wrote. Well played. Well played. So that might be a good one to cast. It's always good. People always like watching the dwarves slay the vampires, right? It feels pretty good. So, Ja, we are a proud folk. Look at him getting in there, crushing these foul Musion zombies. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Good Dawi. We'll just call it that. How's that sound? All right, well played. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I thought that was pretty cool. The gyro's obviously were pretty useful. The Black Knights, man, they just got shut down pretty hard. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't bring the Stearnsman. I would have liked to see those, but aside from that, the Fellbats were really good. Like, one Fellbat was able to like harass my gyro into infinity. Yeah, that was pretty good stuff for my opponent. So well played again. I wouldn't call it easy. It was still a stressful fight. But that crossfire from the gyrocopters and then the rangers, like pressuring and keeping them a little bit spread out so that the zombies weren't that great, and then just pulling in the Longbeards to like help out was really, really solid, I think. Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, Vargulfs are easy though. Vargulfs aren't that hard. At least I've had good experiences against them using the gyrocopters to like poke them down. Bretonnia versus Chaos. Bretonnia has an advantage there, for sure. So Sunny D, would you like me to play Bretonnia or Chaos in that matchup? Instead of a usual open field 3v3, we should be a siege today. Yeah, the custom siege maps are quite fun. I live in Northern California, to answer your question, Zasumbi. Looks like we're facing off against Kurnus, so hopefully we don't have to deal with any arrows of Kurnus. It's never fun. Okay, so he's going to play Chaos. What, did you guys want to see a new Bretonnia? Is that what you guys wanted? Oh, hold up. Hold up. Guys, no, we're not going to play Musion. Okay. It's time. It's judgment time. You guys know it's time for the Black Coach. Chaos is one of the factions that you can get away because vampires have such a big advantage already that the Black Coach can work. Double Black Coach. Double Black Coach. I hope he fears that. He's going to remember that and fear it. All right, we're going to get these guys here. We're going to get 2 Cryptors. We're going to get a Mortis Engine. Maybe a White King. Why not? Now, let's actually get a Necromancer. And we can put him on a Nightmare so he's kind of swift. And we'll just get him for more summons and stuff. And maybe get some Skeleton Spears. I really hope he doesn't get Cav, though, because the Black Coaches are just going to get put in a trash can by Cav. Man. You guys want to see double Black Coach? I feel like the double Black Coach is too much, but I think I'm already really deep and committed into this, so I feel like I have to. You know? Oh, guys, what are you guys doing to me, man? Let's just get another group of Skeleton Spears. They're pretty good against Shaggus and things like that. So we got Bella, Von Karstein, Isabella. The blood chalice is pretty good for like, you know, tankiness, and she can heal the Necromancer with it as well as herself. She also does have the Master of Beguilement, which is pretty good. You know, I think she's better than Vlad, to be honest. But hopefully Kurnus isn't watching. Which world do I like more? I'm a huge Tolkien fan. I mean, I love Tolkien. Yeah, I would probably say Tolkien. Triple Black Coach, dude. Yeah. The triple Black Coach is going to be really rough. I don't know if I can do that, because look how haggard my army is because of that. I have no Cav. You know? Triple BBC. It's really funny. One of my good friends, he was one of my roommates in college my freshman year, which was actually 10 years ago because I'm 28. He knows Warhammer lore like the back of his hand. He played tabletop. He did all that good stuff. And he actually told me that the Black Coach is like one of the worst units in tabletop. Like, it's absolute garbage in tabletop too. So it's really funny how like Creative Assembly was like true to their word, you know, in keeping it terrible. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I might actually go get a cup of water after this game, by the way. So what race am I looking forward to the most? I want to play the Skaven. Yeah, for sure. The Skaven. Yeah, it's going to be super fun, dude. Just all these rats coming out of stock mode and just ambushing, and oh man, it's going to be really good. And you just know they're going to be like a trollish faction, so it's going to be really fun. Vampires are really good. I still think they're the best faction, my opinion. They're really strong, but I mean, the build I'm doing is not strong. I mean, 2 Black Coaches is so haggard. Dimitri, if they came out with a Total War Lord of the Rings, I would have the most massive erection known to man. Granted, I don't think it's ever going to happen simply because the Warhammer already like fits that niche. You have elves, you have dwarves. It would just be too similar. There's no point. And Warhammer universe is great. There's so many more races, so you can really like expand upon it. I do love me some Lord of the Rings. Trust me. Last time when I was in Poland visiting my lovely girlfriend who's moderating chat, the first time we were out there, we actually like marathon watched all the Lord of the Rings like late at night. We were just going absolutely ham watching those. Yeah, it was really nice. So cool. So we do have a Necromancer on his Hellsteed here. He's ready to go. We do have Lady Carsign, and the black coaches, can they actually hide in the trees? It doesn't look like they can even hide, which is pretty terrible. So, all right, guys, we got the double black coach. Let's actually put one here and one here. All right, here we go. Oh, no. What does he have? Oh, he has dragon ogres. Oh, God. What the hell kind of an army is this? Does he have any other units? Is he cheesing me? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, no, he's coming for me with this Chaos Lord. This isn't good. So, okay, so the black coach, we're just going to kind of... Oh, so those are Chaos Knights with lances. Oh, God, this is just all terrible. I should have put her on the ground. Granted, she's pretty fast, and what is this, a Chaos Lord? And is she weak to fire, too? Yeah, I think she is. She's probably faster than them, though, so I can probably just scurry around, to be honest, which is fine. Just advance with everyone else. So, all right, so let's get going. The black coaches, there's no infantry, so the black coaches are going to have a little bit of trouble finding a home. So what we're going to do is just kind of fly across the map and wait for the Blood Chalice to come up, and as soon as the Chalice is up, we can engage. So we might be able to just outmaneuver this Chaos Lord, too, and just kind of run. So, because he only has, like, 90 speed, and I have 105, so these Skeleton Spears just getting, like, so awkwardly pathed. But... yeah, man, I was really hoping that my opponent would have, like, some infantry, like some Chaos Infantry that I could really, you know, perform against, but the big black coaches probably won't be that great here, which is, you know, just the sad reality of things. So, yeah, let's just kind of, you know, park them in the army and see what happens. So, we're going to engage these guys versus the Shaggoths here. So, let's just go ahead and, like, Zerg this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. We'll get these guys going here, get these spears over here, and get these guys coming here, and these guys can kind of go and engage on those. We can bring Lady Carsign back now. We can probably outmaneuver my opponent, so we need to keep this this Mortis Engine. So the black coaches, we'll actually send one over here against these guys, one over here, and we're going to summon some zombies right now. So let's go ahead and summon the zombies right there, which hopefully should time out pretty well. So they're going to get locked down, and then the black coaches are going to charge in there. So he does miss with the Mortis Engine, so we're going to just continue to get these spears going and just kind of continue circling. And the black coaches are engaging on these knights here, so let's go ahead and summon another group to just kind of sandwich them in. And yeah, we got the skeleton spears here, so it's actually going pretty well. And yeah, so we just got to keep running this Mortis Engine around, being really on top of that. We are going to use a big Invocation of Nehek right here. Oh, we kind of missed that, but yeah, we're just going to keep riding. And we're able to do pretty good work against these guys. So the black coach continuing to do its thing. We're going to use the Master Beguilement on these heroic units over here. And let's get this guy kind of running over here. So these skeleton spears, we're going to pull them out here and see if we can catch this guy and just kind of run across this way. And Lady Carsign, we can probably honestly use her to take out this Chaos Sorcerer. Those knights do get trapped. You can see the black coaches doing their thing here. So let's go ahead and pull them back here, have them go after these guys. And yeah, we're still able to do pretty well. And it looks like we're able to trap him, which is brutal. So yeah, you can see this Sorcerer is just getting his salad tossed horribly. So let's go ahead and use this. The Mortis Engine continuing to scurry around. And oh yeah, it's time. Double black coach beatdown. I'm just going to leave him in there and let them fight. Who cares, right? So Lady Carsign doing a great job. We're going to continue to summon some zombies behind these Chaos Knights, which is going to be very, very rough for my opponent. And I do have the Blood Chalice, and look how well I was able to screen out those Chaos Knights there. That's so hilarious. So yeah, so good stuff. I mean, Lady Carsign's able to chase that Sorcerer off, so we're just going to go chase him and finish him. And because we have this Necromancer in here to kind of continue to cast spells, so very, very good stuff. It's going surprisingly well. And yeah, this Chaos Lord is just having some serious problems. I wonder how the black coaches are doing. Look at this. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Just look at it fighting. It's just so haggard. All right, let's get the other black coach and have him go over here. This Mortis Engine in a little bit of a dicey situation here, but we're going to go ahead and cast a big, nice Invocation of Nehek over here, which is going to hit it. We're going to pull it back through the spear line, get these spears kind of going after these Chaos Knights, get the rest of these troops coming here. And Lady Carsign is able to... he should run off the battlefield now, so we're going to come back. I don't want to overchase. So far, so good. So just keep the Mortis Engine alive. These Cryptors are doing a very, very good job kind of working down these Shaggoths. And the Chaos Knights are having a little bit of trouble finding a home. So let's go ahead and get these spears engaged here and just keep running this thing like through the battle, because he's trying way too hard to snipe it. What he should be doing, in my opinion, is going after the Necromancer and some of those other high-value units, because again, that's going to be very hard to kill. And right now, we can use Lady Carsign to go after his Lord essentially. So we do have our Skeleton Spears and our other guys coming back here. And honestly, I think we've got this. So the black coaches just getting whomped on, but man, they're putting up a good fight, right? So let's go ahead and ride our pimp carts out here and see what we can do with them. So the Chaos Knights over there still kind of riding around, but honestly, his Lord is probably going to get hunted by Lady Carsign now. So let's actually just go ahead and get us around here and just try and finish him off. And let's pull the black coaches in. It's time. It's time. It's time for the black coach wrath. Look at them coming in hard. They don't care. Do they have their buffs? They're just like both crumbling and just all shitty and stuff. Oh, it's so great. Let's go ahead and use this. I still have the Blood Chalice, and just look at the Chaos Lord just get beaten down by all these like shitty black coaches. All right, so we're good. So the Mortis Engine's in good shape. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really wanted that to work. I mean, it did work, but I really wanted to. We're going to use the Master Beguilement there. And we're going to go ahead and summon some zombies to make sure they don't get away. So at this point, there's nothing you can really do. Lady Karstein still has her chalice. She's in great shape. Necromancer's in good shape. Yeah, it's going to be tough for him to come back at this point. So the black coaches, I think they need to do the deed over here and chase down the Shaggoth. Oh man, look at him go. Look at these. Fear the black coaches, guys. You guys got to fear them. Yeah, that was good. I hope you guys like that. I mean, it was a cheesy build for my opponent, but again, it didn't matter. I had so many skeleton spears that all those guys couldn't have done anything. I probably could have won that even without the black coaches. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just making an observation. Oh, they still got 5 kills. Man, look at that. 5 and 6 kills. Pretty good, right? Pretty good, guys. Oh, man. So that was quite a battle. And don't worry, guys. I'll get more black coach action, okay? I'll get like another game in there. So we'll try and do our best here. So some tips on playing Bretonnia. So Nanyo, to answer your question, you need to tell me what you're playing against, and I can give you more input on that. Yeah, like what would be good in that matchup. And also to answer your question, Nanyo, if you want to shoot me your Skype details on direct message, I wouldn't mind jumping on Skype and like walking you through some Bretonnian tactics. I actually feel like I'm decent with them. So okay, let's find another match. It's time. You guys want 5 black coaches. I don't know if I can do 5 black coaches. I feel like that's a little much. Is this the same guy that I just played? Is this the same guy? Is it? I can't remember. You guys let me know if this is the same dude. I really honestly can't remember if it is. I'm kind of struggling a little bit here. Let's play Wood Elves. Let's see who he picks. Yes, I will grab water, darling. I will. No, you guys have been wanting Wood Elves, haven't you? I know I've been getting some complaints about that, so we're going to see who he plays. All black coach. You know, actually, to answer your question, Misha, for the strip show, it'd probably be better to be dehydrated so that I could, you know. What about Discord? I'm not ignoring you, Gojira. I'm just very primitive with technology, and yeah, I don't know if he's going to play these guys or what he's doing. I don't know if he's going to pick a faction. Like, because I don't want to pick my army until he does, you know? 5 black coaches? I don't know about that. I mean, does this guy want me to switch factions? I'll play Chaos. Let's see if me switching to Chaos makes him, you know, change his mind. Kurnus was last game. Okay. So, you want some Mel Gibson beating up all the ladies? Yeah, that could probably be arranged. I don't know who he's going to play. Okay, so we're just going to leave and then do another quick battle. Yeah, because, I mean, if they sit on that faction, it usually means that they're either AFK or they're just kind of, I don't know, not picking a faction to play. So we're going to kind of re-queue and see if we can get someone in here. I don't have Discord yet. I'm so primitive. I still use Skype, which I know is pretty bad as it goes for you know, voice technology. You got shit on by a Brett player using a build with mounted Yum and archers. I've seen them used. Yeah. I've seen them used. Okay, good. So, what do you guys want to see? So let's see who he's gonna pick. So, if I pick Wood Elves, let's see who he picks. I'd like to play some Wood Elves. Ooh, versus Empire. Actually, what do we want to play? Do we want to play Chaos? We could play Mel Gibson. I really wanted to use Durthu, but against the Empire it's hard because they have like a lot of missiles that can just like beat him down pretty aggressively. Okay, we're going to get Mel Gibson. I actually don't know this matchup at all. I think I played it maybe once. So we're going to hope for the best here. Spellslinger Lore of Life is obviously probably the way to go, I think, especially if you have a Lord like Mel Gibson who can get pretty down and dirty. As far as infantry goes, we probably want some Eternal Guards here. On top of that, the Glade Guards with Starfire Shafts, in case he does have some like Armored Lord or something, we want to be able to snipe that out. So it's a somewhat open field map. So we're going to go ahead and get some Wild Riders. And let's see here. Do I want to get some Treekin? We could probably get some Treekin in the front line. Yeah, it should be good. Actually, you know what? What might be pretty good here would be like Dryads, because again, they do have the physical resistance. So let's actually try that and see how they work out. I mean, I know Dryads are kind of squishy, but I'm going to kind of try and mix it up a little bit. They do have a 20%, I think, physical resist. So we're going to get those guys, and we're going to get these, and then we're also going to get some Eternal Guards to kind of back them up over in the flanks. So I'm not sure how this army's going to work out. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. So we could get some Glade Riders with the Hagbane tips, but what I would really like to get, well, let's actually cut one group of Dryads, see if we can get a group of Way Watchers. Really like those guys. But again, somewhat risky unit. And we got Mel Gibson. I'll do Beastman. I'm already playing these guys. So I'm going to stick with them and try it out. I don't know how well it's going to work, but, you know, I'm hoping for the best here. We do have Mel Gibson. He's pretty angry, so hopefully he can do his thing here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and chevron those guys up to make them a little bit better. Let's try it. Guys, I'm really not great with Wood Elves, so I have no idea how this is going to go. It could just be a stomping. Yeah, Armando, we'll do some multiplayer battles. Yeah, you know, I don't know why I got a Way Watcher. I just felt like trying it. I know. Italian Spartacus needs to get on it. Yeah, if any of you guys are waiting, he's actually he's a little under the weather right now. My friend who just started the YouTube channel that I directed you guys to, but he's gonna be doing a cast, a multiplayer cast of one of our games. And guys, he can do a spot-on Gollum impersonation. It sounds exactly like Andy Serkis, exactly like it. Like, it's disturbingly similar. And he's gonna do an entire Total War Warhammer cast as Gollum. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go ahead and subscribe. It's going to be the most hilarious thing ever. And on top of that, he's going to be doing some lore videos. So I'll actually go ahead and put his channel in the description here. Maybe in a minute. Hold on. Let's see if he's put it up. I'm not sure if he has. It doesn't look like he's put it up yet. But also, if you guys want to see, let me go ahead and link it. But also, if you guys want to see, like, you know, lore videos, he's going to be doing lore videos on all the factions and everything as well. So definitely check him out, guys. Gojira really wants me on that Discord. Yeah, you can add me on Steam, of course, bud. We can talk. I'm just such a filthy pleb with that stuff, you know. So we're gonna get the Glade Guards kind of back here, and they should be able to outclass most of the, you know, the Empire stuff. So the spears we're gonna kind of keep in the wings here, and we're gonna keep them here. And I don't know what we're gonna do with Mel Gibson. We'll probably honestly use him defensively because he's a really, really good duelist. So if my opponent does decide to like land with like the Empire Flying Goon Squad, I think we should be fine there. So. These guys, we're going to kind of keep them off in the wings here in 2. We're going to keep these guys in group 3 like so. And, you know, the Way Stalker we can probably honestly just keep with the main army. I usually put him on the flanks at first just so he can get some like good line of sight. So let's actually go ahead and do this. Put him in group 1 and pop, lock, and drop it. And let's have some fun. Good. I like it. Yeah, check him out, guys. He's going to do an entire cast as Gollum. Yes, there is a delay in chat. It's about 15-20 seconds, I think. But he's going to do an entire cast talking as Gollum from Lord of the Rings. If you guys don't want to miss it, I'm going to link to it when it comes out. So, don't bet on me in this matchup. I'm terrible with Wood Elves. The only build I can do with Wood Elves, like, effectively is the Treeman Death Star. But against Empire, that build gets dumpstered against all their spears and halberds. So, don't. Oh, come on, guys. No betting on me. I'm going to fail you this time. I'm not feeling this. I don't know how to beat Empire, really, as Wood Elves. I think the Treekin might catch him off guard. Who knows? If he gets Flagellants, they'll be really good because they have that resistance. But they do cause fear also. Pretty cool. Oh, they have Vanguard? I didn't know that. So you could do some like fancy flanking and stuff. That'd be pretty neat. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will put his channel in my affiliate or my friend channels or whatever that tab is called. Yes. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. But check him out, seriously, guys. He's a really cool guy. He was one of my roommates in college back in the day. And also, I know a lot of you guys wanted to see me play campaign. He actually posted a campaign video of us playing co-op campaign. So check it out. Yeah, definitely bet against me here. Because I do not know what I'm doing. So, all right, cool. We're just going to advance here. We're going to get these guys over here. We're going to get these guys over here. And do we have an Arrow of Kurnus? Oh, it actually has a bit of a cooldown now. So it looks like he has Knights of the Blazing Sun. Oh, God. That fire damage is going to be pretty real, guys. So I'm hopefully, you know, my Wood Elf missiles can get in there and do a little bit of, you know, damage to them before they get balls deep. So let's go ahead and posture up right here. Does he have any missiles himself? Doesn't look like he does. It looks like he has like some crossbowmen or something, but nothing like too bad. So let's go ahead and get these guys over here. We'll probably also put these spears out here as well, because we want these Way Watchers probably to shoot at... They're going to be pretty good against greatswords. I don't know if I have enough armor piercing in my front line, though. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Like, he has a ton of stuff. But Mel Gibson's ready. He's always ready, guys. So let's get him up here, have him start throwing some spears, and he's going to have to, you know, advance on me here eventually. So we're actually going to start shooting at some of these Knights of the Blazing Sun with him, and we'll get these spears, kind of just sit them right here, which is fine. And yeah, these Way Watchers, I want to turn off fire at will and just make sure they're shooting at, like, appropriate targets. So we're going to start shooting at these Knights of the Blazing Sun, which I think should be a pretty good choice. I'm tempted to shoot at these greatswords. Let's actually shoot at the greatswords for a minute. We do have these antlers, these Rudolph and company over here to help out. We also, you know, can start throwing some of these. Let's go ahead and use the Hounds of Gibson right over here on some of these swordsmen. Might do a little bit of HP damage, but you guys can see these Way Watchers are going to do some good work against those greatswords. Like, they have AP, they hit hard, and the Hounds of Gibson actually did some, you know, pretty impressive damage here. So right now, let's just continue shooting in, and he has a very strange formation. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but you can see we're getting some good freebies here. Let's start shooting at the Demogryph Knights. Let's pull these spears over here to really help out in case they do decide to come in. And these guys just still waiting, and as soon as he comes in range of my missiles, I think we should be okay. Mel Gibson continuing to throw some pretty good spears, so let's have him shoot these guys, and you can see that those guys are, you know, having a few problems here as well. So good. So we're going to try and save ammunition because, again, he's kind of kiting me back a little bit. I don't want to be shooting at moving targets. Definitely want to be shooting at stationary ones. So let's shoot at those Knights of the Blazing Sun for now. So good. So right now he's almost in range of my missiles. So we're going to go ahead and use an Arrow of Kurnus in here. We're just going to target the Knights of the Blazing Sun, just kind of poke them down, and it should shoot off here in just a moment. And boom, there we go. So far, so good. So the Way Watchers are getting some good shots in here. We're hitting these guys. We're making solid contact, getting some great HP kills. So, well, HP kills. We're getting some good model kills. Mel Gibson continuing to throw some good spears. We probably want to pull him back. He's getting a little bit overzealous here. A little bit racist going on. And where do we want to use this? What is going on with this guy's formation? Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know. He's just kind of marching some of his dudes down. So let's actually go ahead and just kind of march up, and we can, you know, put these guys here, and we can put these guys here, and just start to, you know, outclass his crossbowmen, no problem. And yeah, I don't know if this guy's just new to the game or what's happening, but you know, we should probably just advance and, you know, try and put a fork in it. So we're gonna use the Hounds of Gibson. It looks like he is coming in here pretty hot. So we're gonna pull these spears. We're gonna pull the Way Watchers back, and we're also going to get these Wild Riders to support as well. So Mel Gibson, he can also go help out in this fight as well. And oh, it looks like he does engage with some spears here. So pretty good stuff so far. My spears are going to engage these guys, and the Wild Riders also are going to countercharge. Oh man, I should have braced for that. I took a lot of damage, but Mel Gibson's going to get in there and do some work, and you can see he's like trying to charge through, but honestly, it's going to be a tough situation. So let's go ahead and use Lore of Life over here to kind of heal up those cav, and just, you know, keep trading. It's going well, and yeah, I don't know if he knows what he's doing, but why would he be matched against me? I'm pretty high ranked on ladder, like I'm around 100. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, if he's indeed new at this game, like it's just poor matchmaking, man. Like it's just so bad. But Mel Gibson and the boys are able to rout those guys off. So right now, let's just kind of push up here and just form a bit of a Death Star. We'll just push these guys up, and obviously we want these guys here, and the Tree King can come in against those swordsmen, which is, you know, where we want them to be used. So we're gonna posture these guys up like so, and let's actually turn and finish these guys off with missiles. Just make sure they don't come back. Mel Gibson can go ahead and use his Hounds here, and I don't know what's going on with his formation that he's engaging with here, but. Man, I'm sorry about the game, guys. You know, it can't all be winners. So we're going to kind of posture up in the back here. We're going to kind of run these guys over the top. Just kind of start to chase everything down. And it looks like, yeah, he's just randomly popping abilities right now. I don't know if he's like drunk or what's going on here, but I mean, it's basically just going to be a free win. So, I mean, I don't like that. I want to play, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and pop this right here. We're going to use the Wild Riders in the back to kind of chase down these spears. I mean, yeah, I wish I could fast forward at this point. We're going to go ahead and use another Arrow of Kurnus in this blob, which is going to be solid. We're going to use these guys to chase these down. We do have the spears coming in as well. We can go ahead and gank some of these swordsmen, pull in Mel Gibson. Unleash the full racism going on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, honestly, I think he's either new to the game or he's severely lagging and he like can't even move his troops, or, you know, maybe he's like drunk or something. I don't know, because he's not even like moving to react to my actions. Like, I'm just getting free range here. And, you know, Mel Gibson's going pretty ham over here, but we should pull him out. And you get a good little charge on the Witch Hunter. Probably don't want to charge in the back of a bunch of spears and halberds, to be honest, but let's go ahead and pull these guys here. And let's get Big Papa Mel over. We'll get these guys kind of shooting at some of these great swords over here. And, yeah, let's just charge in the back of these guys. I think he probably should start experiencing a mass rout. And he does have a big blob here, so we're going to go ahead and use that ability. And these guys we can position here, and these guys oh, excellently. I hate when I forget to do that, but again, I've kind of stopped, you know, paying a lot of attention. But man, look at Mel. Getting all racist in here. Look at him. I mean, if it's going to be a one-sided game, I might as well show you guys cinematic shots, right? Look at him. He's got his hooves. He just does not give a shit. He's just like marching in there, going after that Witch Hunter. And I do have Lore of Life, so yeah, let's go ahead and just cast a heal here. Why not? So we're going to do that. The Wild Riders over there doing a pretty good job. We're going to shoot in here, finish these Demogryph Knights. We're going to also shoot there. And these guys can just, you know, shoot at the General of the Empire here. This guy can go in and fight as well. So far, so good. And, yeah, let's see what else is going on back here. I don't know. Looks like the trees are doing a pretty good job. You can see he's having mass route issues at this point, so. He roleplays a typical Empire general. I don't know. Empire is a really good faction. Empire is still really competitive. You know, even though a lot of people don't use them anymore, they're still really, really strong. So, yeah, let's go ahead and use the Hawk's Talon right here on these swordsmen. And look at Mel. Dude, Mel is just straight up spearing this dude. And guys, I want to see if we can get the Mel Gibson death animation where he slays something. All right, so we get the Hawk's Talent. Man, that's some good stuff. So where's this Witch Hunter? Where is he? Did he get killed just like that? Oh no, Mel Gibson's on the hunt. You guys ready? He's gonna clear the path with the hounds. Look at this. Come on, Mel. Push through, buddy. Push through. All right, here he comes. Here he comes. Look at him. He's like the Predator, just like coming. Oh man, I love how he just like marches through with his hooves and doesn't give a shit. Yeah, cool. All right, let's go ahead and queue up front. Like, why would, I don't know why, like, if he is new, I would get matched against him. I don't know. It's weird. You came for WURRZAG. You were disappointed. Shield wall around Lady Turin. Oh, man, I got to play WURRZAG for you. So we're playing against Original John Boy. So we're going to get in here. We're going to play WURRZAG. I'm not going to disappoint you, my friend. I know you love yourself some WURRZAG. So we're going to get the Bonewood Staff also. Where's that item? So, bam. Good. Good. Let the hate flow. We're going to get rid of Headbutt, this ability, and Gaze and Work. We probably don't need those, to be honest. So, Goblin Big Bosses, very, very good for like tackling Gorbals and kind of locking them down with the poison. We're actually going to get the poison ones this time. I think it's going to be pretty useful here. So, Savage Orcs are going to be really, really strong here. They're going to be incredibly strong. So, we're going to get Savage Orcs. Let's even get some... Do you want to get Savage Orc Biggins? Might as well, right? They're pretty gangster. They do have that anti-large bonus too, which is really cool. So, on top of that, we'll probably get 2 Black Orcs just in case he does get Bestigors. We're going to get some Goblin Missiles, so we'll get Night Goblins and the Rusty Errors. Let's actually go stingy and just go cheap and get regular Goblins. Aside for the rest of our army, what do we want to get? Hammer of Gork wouldn't be terrible, but the Beastmen are going to have a lot of mobility, so it's going to be a little bit of an issue handling that. Let's see, what do we want to get? Squigs? Squig Hoppers? Gaze of Mork? Yeah. Okay, so maybe we get some... We probably don't really need Nasty Skulkers, to be honest. We can get the Warlords boys. Which ones have the poison? These ones are the unbreakable ones with poison in the back. So we're going to get those lads right there. And on top of that, do we want to get any like harass units? I feel like a Hammer of Gork would be nice. Just to, like kind of push the pace of the battle and force him to come to me. But again, the Beastmen are going to be aggressive anyway. So I don't know if you really need that. So do I want any cav? I could get some like a single group of Goblin Wolf Riders just to be trolls. Let's actually get 2. I mean, they're good for, you know, chasing routing units and, you know, for the amount of resources I have left. Actually, let's just get 1, and then let's get some regular Gobos with spears to, like, defend in the back. And that should be fine. Cool, let's do it. Yeah, to add me on my Steam account, just look at the name I'm streaming with, which is WURRZAG and Chill, and just look me up on Steam. You should be able to find me. Nanyo. So, Nanyo, if you could, please go ahead and send me your Steam account name on YouTube as a direct message, and I'll go ahead and add you after the stream's over. Yeah. Just do that. I got you, brother. We'll get you taken care of. So, Greenskins versus Beastmen is a really fun matchup. It's really fun. I really like it. It's wild. It's savage. There's a lot of naked dudes running around with their, you know, their dongs hanging around. It's a good time for all. Unfortunately, I always put WURRZAG on a pig because he's very squishy, and if you let like a Gorble or anyone else catch him, he's going to get his salad tossed. So, yeah, we got to do it. Man, this might be a record. 326 folks watching. Thank you guys all for jumping on here. It's good to have you guys here. Okay, so I just got one of you guys just added me on Steam, and honestly, I'll add any of you guys on Steam. I don't care. We're all a family here, so just shoot me an ad and we'll do our best. So. All right, man. I'm just looking at that thumbnail that my girlfriend made. It's so good. WURRZAG just doing a Slav squat. Oh man, that is so good. Hopefully you guys like it. I think it's one of the best. You know, that's some good stuff right there, boys. Yes. Okay. Meat's back on the menu, boys. So D's Nuts just added me to their friends list, so that's nice. Oh, orcs definitely have wangs, for sure. Any tips on cost-effective spear units for the Wood Elves? Well, Eternal Guards, absolutely. Oh, yeah, hands down. We'll start sending people to the Shadow Realm again. There you go, guys. Yeah, you guys got to add me on Steam. Do it to it. One big family. Oh, my goodness. I'm seeing all these invites coming in. I'm excited now. The fire rises. You thought the darkness was your ally. I'm pretty terrible with movie impersonations. I can do really terrible like Irish accents and things like that though. So hopefully you guys still enjoy that. Savage Orcs in the front line. Boom, just like that. We're gonna get the big boys kind of in the wings. We probably need to mix in the black orcs, to be honest, because if he does have best scores, I want the black, the savage orcs to have like some support there. So let's go ahead and do that, like so. And oh, see, why did it not deploy like did it deploy like I wanted them to? Yes, it did. Good. So the savage biggins are going to be back here. These guys are just going to kind of be waiting for any like mobile threats. We might actually use them against like centaurs, which obviously isn't optimal, but it could be worse. So we're going to get our Gobbo missiles here, just ready to go. We're going to get the Warlords boys kind of sitting behind him, just ready to poison. And let's go ahead and lock that group up like that. We got these guys, and we do have our Gobbo Wolf Riders, who we're actually going to use to scout. We're just going to start them up on the hill here. And then we'll use them in defense, probably, once the battle starts. So, what do I think about Armored Trolls? I think they can work. They're a risky pick. Oh, yeah, the trailer's coming out at the end of the month. I'm going to be so rock hard when that comes out. I'm going to be so rock hard. You guys don't even know. When the Total War trailer comes out, and guys, what I'm actually going to be doing soon, I'm a little busy with work right now, aside from, my streaming and stuff, but what I plan on doing is, battle started. I got to pay attention now, guys, sorry. I'm going to do faction guides. Now that, like, all the factions are here and, like, there's not going to be anything new added, really, I feel comfortable doing a faction guide. And what kind of an army is this? Cygors? Who brings those? Oh, and a giant. I like this guy already. He's got balls. He even brought Kazrak. Some Bestigors. Honestly, though, like, my army's way too big. Like, that one giant will get killed by a group of Savage Orc Biggins. Like, it'll straight up win. Is that Cygor throwing boulders at my Goblin Wolf Riders? I think so. Oh, look at these dudes. Look at these bros coming in. They're so unchill. Look. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. I love it. I love it. This is great. All right, we're going. Look at the Minotaurs chasing them. That's so funny. But the Savage Orc Biggins are literally going to tear those giants to pieces. Like, just annihilation. Like, ravaged. Sent to the Shadow Realm, salad tossed, put in the trash can. Pretty much any of my typical analogies. Yeah, faction guides will come out. So I'll do, like, a video for each one talking about, like, who's good against what. Oh, that giant should not be coming out here like this. This is just all bad for my opponent. So we're actually going to, like, beeline across, like, this way. And then that'll allow these Savage Orcs to get on that giant, like, ASAP. So far, so good. Effigy of the Get's coming up kind of soon, which is going to be very, very good. Goblin Wolf Riders, I'm kind of chill in the back, and you can see, like, this Cygor is, like, shooting at me. I know. Pretty horrible waste of ammunition. Are we able to find something here? Oh, it looks like... Oh, my God. This is going to be a massacre, guys. I'm normally not, like, one to call fights before they start, but his front line is literally going to get, like, sent back 100 years. They're going to just get demolished so horribly. So we're going to position these guys over here. We're going to get these guys going after the Minotaurs. And these guys, we can honestly probably just... What does he have back here? A Gorble or something? So yeah, these Savage Orc Biggins, you guys will see. So we're going to go ahead and cast the Fist of Gork on these Savage Orcs to really just make them kill that giant incredibly fast. And we're going to pull in our Goon Squad and probably just finish that guy off. The Goblin Wolf Riders, we can just go to tie up Kazrak. We'll put these spears here and these spears here. These Goblin Missiles, we want them shooting at the Minotaurs. And the Savage Orc Biggins, we want to use on those Minotaurs as well. So right now, everything's pretty good. We'll get these guys going on guard duty. And we'll probably use Ere We Go in the front line, triggering those massive buffs. And you can see we're actually going to use the Goblin Wolf Riders on the Cygor, but just look how fast that giant goes down. Giants, you can't, like, leave them alone like this. They need to, like, be standing with, because these guys are just linebackers with all those buffs right now. They have 156 melee attack. Just look how good Savage Orc Biggins are. They just annihilated that guy. Granted, we did have 3 Goblin Big Bosses there, but right now we're just using the Goblins to, like, lock up Kazrak in the back, and you can see our missiles. Minotaurs are not good, guys. Minotaurs are a very bad unit. I'm just going to be front with you guys here. They're not good. Okay, so right now we're going to save up for an overcasted Foot of Gork. We're able to just put that guy in an absolute can, and he's actually able to route some of my troops here, which is fine. So we're going to pull the Warlords boys and have them go over here and help. We're going to have WURRZAG continue to circle around. But the Savage Orc Biggins will honestly probably beat these Bestigors. Like, they're a very, very strong unit. So we're going to engage here. Let's go ahead and get our Goon Squad going over here to try and finish that guy off. And let's see what else is going on here. So our missiles are doing a good job focusing down the Bestigors, and we do have the Warlords boys coming in as well. And yeah, we're able to kill that giant. So right now we're just going to go and probably snipe out the Cygor, I think. I want to use an overcasted Foot of Gork. You guys want to see it? Can I afford it? How much does it cost to overcast? I can't quite afford it yet. So the Warlords boys are going to get in there. Let's go ahead and throw some fanatics up in here. You guys ready for this? Here it comes. Oh yeah, it's time. Get in there. Whomp them. Doesn't look that cool. The animation actually is a little bit underwhelming. So what are you guys doing? Get in there. Come on. So we're engaging right here. We're going to pull WURRZAG back just a little bit, and guys, it's time. So we're going to use an overcasted Foot of Gork. I don't know where. He doesn't really have much left, but yeah, we'll just do it right here. So, oh yeah, it's judgment time. It's judgment time, boys. Overcasted, rock hard, just ready for the business. And boom. Oh, yeah. I mean, a little underwhelming for 28 wins of Magic, but guys, I think it's this game's one-sided enough that we can probably get away with it. So we're going to continue to finish off this Cygor here. We're going to pull WURRZAG out here, get these Savage Orcs kind of running across there. We'll get these missiles kind of focusing there as well. We'll get these Savage Orcs running to protect. We'll actually get them on the Gorbel, should be fine. We'll get these guys going here. Bit of an interesting army. Yeah, I don't know how good the Cygor is. I feel like it's kind of an awkward. And Kazrak, I don't know, he was just kind of chilling with it over here. Yeah, so we're going to push in there and do our thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird today. Like, I feel like the matchmaking is just not good. Yeah, we'll get these guys kind of going after him. Might as well use FG to lock him down. We're going to go ahead and use these. We'll pull Kaz, my homie, back. We're able to kill the Cygor and just kind of, you know, methodically go through all of his units. But Savage Orcs are very good. His army was far from optimal, but still, I mean, we barely lost anything. I mean, if you guys look at my army here. So, yeah, well played. You need a neckbeard? Trust me, you do not want a neckbeard. I've had them. Because I can't grow a good beard. I have awful facial hair. Like, I just get a little bit here, but as far as, like, down here, it's just all neckbeard business, guys. But I think to, like, qualify as a neckbeard, you also have to be, like, out of shape and disgusting, so... I mean, hopefully you guys don't think I'm that way. Well played, original John Boy. Well played, my friend. All right, time to queue up. So after this quick battle, we'll do a multiplayer game. Okay. Yeah, dwarves it would be pretty cool if dwarves had like a shield wall or like a Tetsudo formation, so they could just like sit and like tank up. That would be so gangster. Neforgoth. Okay. What do you guys want to see here? You guys want to see Empire versus the Beasts?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, we could play the Savage Orcs. Do you guys want to see the Savage Orcs again? You guys, yeah. This delay is a little bit trollish, so. Anyways, let's go ahead and just pick the greenskins, maybe. It's a WURRZAG stream, so we're gonna play WURRZAG. So we're gonna get him. We're gonna get rid of these abilities. Oh, there we go, of course, and we'll keep all those good boys there. We're gonna go ahead and get the Bonewood Staff. And what does this do? The Squiggly Beast. Is it really that substantial? I wonder like how much it does. I should probably test that. But we're gonna get a similar build as last time. I want to get a competitive game with this build, so we're gonna really try here. So we're gonna get this guy. We're gonna put him on a spider mount. You guys want Chaos? Okay, we can play Chaos. That's fine. Yeah, Chaos. Chaos is good. So Chaos versus Bretonnia is really hard, but I think we can win it. I've been practicing it quite a bit lately. So let's go ahead and give it a try. We're gonna get Pit of Shades, all these goodies, and let's see what else do we want to get. So for our main line, maybe 2 Aspiring Champions. We're going to go ahead and get some Marauders for AP, some standard Chaos Warriors, and let's see what else do we want to get. So we want to get some Knights with Lances. They have pretty good weapons for here. I think they'll be a good choice. We'll get these. We do have Big Papa Kolek as well. We'll get some Dragon Ogres too. No, we probably want to get a Shaggoth maybe, but then our army's so bare. You know? It's just skinny and kind of gross. Oh, that's so much stuff. But I feel like it's going to be pretty good. But if he does go like a very heavy infantry army, it could be tricky. Granted, if he does go like spears, I think our guys will do pretty well. So let's see. How do I want to kind of swing this? So maybe I cut some Chaos Marauders to allow me to get some Forsaken. And I could cut these guys, but I think that's pretty good. It's not the best front line in the world, that's for sure. I know, I need to unlock Sarthrael. I haven't even like done a full grand campaign. But my buddy Italian Spartacus and I are doing a grand campaign, so I should have him relatively soon. So, yeah, feeling good about this. Let's do it. Yeah, Tomb Kings are going to be really cool. I will use Archaon at some point today, but Kolek is really good against Bretonnia because he has the AP against the Foot Squires, and he's really good at dealing with like the Bretonian lords. So, I don't think Lord Metal's OP. It's certainly better.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Chaos Air Force isn't really viable, to be honest. Yes, so we will do a Lady Turin playing with me, my girlfriend. So we just need to get her a new computer. I'm working on it. So for those of you that support the channel on Patreon, those funds will go towards the Lady Turin computer fund, most likely. So but we'll probably play on a team, if anything, at first, until she gets really practiced, and then she can take me down from there. So she'll probably blackmail me emotionally. So then I'll just play crappy compositions. We'll see. Cetra smokes weed 100%. Oh man, you guys. Man, 350 people. We're going pretty balls deep today. Yeah, I will get Armored Trolls, Sky. If I play against like dwarves or something, or like maybe a different matchup, I'll try some Armored Trolls out. And we'll see how it goes. But yes, so after this matchup, we're going to do some team games. We're going to do some... you guys want to do 3v3s or 2v2s? Let me know in chat. Let me go ahead and type that. 3v3 or 2v2s after. Some of you guys might like to watch like 2v2s, right? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. This is a good map for me though. I like that it's open, so there's no shenanigans. Okay, 3v3s. But guys, if we do 3v3s, just please, if you have a potato, like please abstain from joining. I know that's kind of harsh, but hey Union, I just put your game out today, man. That was a really good game. Okay, we'll do 3v3s. But please, if you have a potato, try to avoid joining because again, it makes it really rough for everyone watching. You know, just kind of something to consider. So, yep, just kind of waiting. We're gonna make Chaos great again, one game at a time. We do have the Mind Razor. Our infantry core is a little bit weak, and we have less Forsaken than I would like, but still, I think we'll be okay. So we're gonna get the Chaos Warriors, who I actually really like. They trade okay with Foot Squires, like somewhat evenly. So we'll get these guys. We're gonna get the Aspiring Champs in the back. So you guys see my front line's pretty skinny. The Forsaken we're gonna kind of keep here and just plug them in wherever we need them. And Big Papa Kolek, we have a very scary goon squad here for sure. So let's go ahead and put him with the main army. We'll put these guys over here and get Kolek, of course, with them too. So cool, let's do it. Do it to it. Potato lives matter. No potatoes or toasters. I know. It's just a courtesy to you guys, because like, just think if you were watching, would you want to watch like that awful frame rate and just kind of suffer? So he actually, he brought a ton of, oh my god, look how many Grail Knights he has. Oh my goodness, this is going to be something. So we actually have to play really defensively now and just kind of like pull in here and just kind of turtle a little bit. The Green Knight isn't going to be an issue because we can just use the Occam's Mind Razor. And what's with all these weird builds we're getting today? Like, I feel like we're just facing all these like strange builds. I don't know if they know like I'm streaming or what it is. I don't think his build can win because Grail Knights are really inefficient against infantry. Okay, so we're gonna keep our cav like right in front of our main army and just advance. He just has peasant mobs, so we can literally just ignore those. So we want to get our infantry out in this fight, obviously. So we're just gonna kind of march. He's got like the Rohan like ride now build. All right, so we're just gonna save up Winds of Magic as much as we can, essentially. And yeah, the Marauders are gonna get put in a can though, so we want to pull them in high and tight. And it's making me a little bit nervous, guys. So let's go ahead and get these guys going here, and let's get this engagement here, see if we can kind of capture some of these guys. Just get the Poison Warhounds going as well. The Forsaken as well, we can go over here. These Aspiring Champs can go over here. And all right, so far so good. So now we have a pretty good engagement here. They should be poisoned, and once Kolek gets in there, it starts whomping on him. It's gonna be a rough day for sure. But let's go ahead and see what his Lord's doing. He might try and snipe my caster, which I definitely don't want to let that happen. But it looks like he's doing a bit of a tactical retreat. So these are actually Grail Guardians. Oh, okay, so he might actually be in okay shape. So we're gonna pull in tight, just form as much of a defensive pocket as we can. So we're actually going to jump on the Green Knight right now, and then we're going to use an overcasted sword right here, the Mind Razor, and let's go ahead and get these guys. And those are, they're Knight Errants. I thought they were all Grail Knights, so we use that overcasted sword, which is going to be pretty good here. And we actually do get a little bit of a terror issue going on. So Kolek and the boys he's chasing the Green Knight. We'll keep the Shaggoth fighting on some of these other guys. And yeah, pretty interesting build, to say the least. I don't know how it's going to go. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, guys. I mean, he might win. Who knows? But you can see his Lord did take a bit of a beating there. And, Kolek's doing some serious work, but he's also taking a lot of damage. So we need to pull out here a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this Lord of the Storm over here. But, yeah, you can see his cav are taking quite a bit of damage as well. So we're going to be a little bit conservative here, just kind of pull back. We kind of missed with that, but that's okay. So we're just going to kind of keep Kolek in the blob. And some of our troops are being like separated a little bit, so let's actually just continue to push after these guys and just not let them get any rest. Let's get the Forsaken going after them as well. Kolek we have to be really conservative with, because if we do lose him, we could be in some trouble. So the Poison Warhounds are very good for like keeping units from escaping. So we're going to jump on these guys, just kind of keep Big Papa Kolek like kind of in the back here. Just keep all the infantry fighting, but we are getting picked off in some areas. But he's also taking pretty massive casualties, and our cav are in great shape here. So let's go ahead and get our caster out of here. I don't know how he kind of got trapped here, so let's go ahead and push these Aspiring Champs in here. We want the Aspiring Champions on the Green Knight. That's going to be like one of the more important matchups here. So good, let's do that. And we should have enough for another sword here in just a moment. Kolek, we want to like run him through the back here. We don't want him just, getting trapped and beaten down by some of these anti-large troops. So very good so far. And it looks like he does get a good engagement on our caster. So we're going to go ahead here and use the Occam's Mind Razor, which is going to, again, make our troops into just absolute linebackers. So good, we get the buff, and our guys are just going to start dumpstering these guys now. You guys are going to see. So balance of power is pretty even, I would say. I'm surprised a lot of his troops haven't, there haven't been any issues with terror, but they're actually immune to psychology, which makes sense. So the Shaggoth is in really good shape, just continuing to do some serious work. Kolek, though, he's taking some damage, guys, which is a little bit dicey, but our Chaos Warriors are doing a really good job, actually. I'm surprised. And let's see how our sorcerer is doing. So we might have enough for like one more Mind Razor, so we need to get out of here and try and keep him alive. So let's pull all these troops back. Kolek's in good shape. He's staying steady, and a lot of the Grail Guardians and things like that are starting to go down pretty hard. The Mind Razor, pretty short duration on that actually, which is pretty interesting. So we don't want to be focusing Green Knight though. That's like the last thing that we want. So we're going to kind of push over here, see if we can kind of get a gank on King Lewin. Although there still are some Grail Knights fighting here. So let's go ahead and finish those guys off and get these Hounds coming back, which are going to be very, very essential here. And just, but the last thing we want to be doing is sitting on the Green Knight. That's like just the absolute worst case scenario. So Lewin is essentially, you know, kind of out of the picture for the most part. He's coming in pretty hot here, but right now what we can do is simply get, you know, a pretty solid engagement on him. If he's sitting in here with Kolek and the boys, he is not going to have a good time. Kolek, you can see 1 or 2 attacks from the Shaggoth alone are able to do some massive damage. So let's go ahead and get the Aspiring Champions over on the Green Knight right here. Make sure they're hitting the appropriate target. So a little bit of awkward pathing there, but Kolek, again, a lot of your instinct is going to be to run and fight, but if he just turns and fights King Lewin, you can see he's just laying an absolute pimp slapping on him. And the peasant mobs, of course, not holding up terribly well, and we just have so much infantry left, and he actually shatters. So at this point, oh man, I really hope this sorcerer comes back so we can get that Occam's Mind Razor, but for the most part, we're just going to pull him back, and looks like we're able to win that. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. That was an interesting build for my opponent. But I mean, those Girl Guardians only got 5 kills, guys. That's pretty brutal. Green Knight, I don't know how I feel about him. I mean, it was obviously an innovative build. He was trying something new, but it's a little rough. I brought a pretty heavy cav force, and Kolek also is very good at beating down cavalry. So GG. All right, guys, it's time for some multiplayer battles. So let's go ahead and host it. It's going to be 3v3 Turin stream. So it's going to be the first 3 to get in, of course. And for those of you that do get in, or those of you that played in the last one in my last stream, try and let some other people play if you could. I don't remember who it was that was playing, but just please, as you know, as a courtesy. And also remember, if you are rocking a potato, please just, you know, if you are truly my friend, do me a favor. High pass seems like it could be really cool, right? I don't know. Let's see. What do we want to do? And I will be doing some custom maps next time. This stream I didn't prepare, so I don't want to like, you know, take this like huge window of time to like to get in there and, you know, try and figure that out, but we will do that in the future. So let's actually do, oh yeah, the people are joining. The fire rises. Okay, Altdorf Outskirts, Ancient Dragon Cave. I don't know, what map do we want to do, guys? There's so many choices. Oh my goodness, we got a fast pick here. So, oh, looks like we got some vampire action going on. All right, are we doing Dawi versus vampires? Is that what's happening? Volkmar the Great Kebab Remover. I don't actually understand that meme, the kebab thing. What is that referring to? Is that I hope it's not something racist. What do we want to do? Do we want to do the Doom Keep? Excavation site. Let's see. High Pass. High Pass sounds like fun, right? Isn't that the one with like a valley in the middle? Yeah, let's do the High Pass, whatever. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to pick my army and then go get some water, okay? So we're going to get Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, because, again, why not? He is a gangster. Again, not the most competitive choice. Probably the second best, I think. So we're going to get 2 Runesmiths here. We're going to get one with all the goodies. The other one's going to be somewhat stripped down, just having the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. And in the front line, we're going to get these guys here. We're also going to get some Longbeards. And then on top of that, we're going to get a bunch of armor-piercing troops. Good. Things are looking kosher. And let's see, we probably want to get a Goblobber, or maybe a cannon at least. And let's see, do we want to get a flame cannon? Probably not. So let's go ahead and get a Gyrocopter. And man, do we want to get that? That's a little bit expensive here, guys, this kind of investment here, but we could probably get 2 cannons, I think. Now do we want to get this Goblobber? I don't know how good it's going to be. We'll probably just get a single cannon just for, you know, to protect. So let's go ahead and get some Slayers. And then we're going to get some, yeah, I've never heard of that meme or whatever it is that you guys are referring to. So we're going to get some Rangers to help with Cryptors. I don't know about Thunderers. I don't think they're really necessary. We do have Slayers, though. What else do we want to get? Probably, let's get a Bolt Thrower. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's try it in the back line. See how it holds up there. And do we want to get Miners in the back? Bit of a question there. Question of the ages. So we have a front line. That's pretty good. And cannon. Actually, no, the Bolt Thrower is just so janky. Let's go ahead and just get another cannon, and then we'll get some like regular like Dwarf Warriors in the front, in the back or something to help out. So, or we get some Miners with blasting charges. That could actually be pretty fun. So, cool. Let's see how it goes, boys. Let's have some fun. So I'm gonna go get some water while you guys pick your armies. And yeah, I'm okay at memeing. I'm not the best. I would say the best accentuation of my meme is simply through my thumbnails and things like that. So, all right, cool. Yeah, the Strigoi, right? Isn't that where the... Well, I don't think that's the origin, but I think it has something to do with it. So, I'm going to just go get some water while you guys pick your armies, and let's have some fun, guys. I'll be right back. By order of Lady Turin. All right, boys. We ready to go? Let's find out. All right, hold on. Oh, man, I'm an old man today. All right. Thanks again for sticking around, guys. Oh, do we have some Scolder Guard? Probably. I'm sure one of my teammates have some funny business. This is going to be a tough one, though. Vampire counts are pretty spooky and scary, guys. You know? Although maybe... You know what? Do I want to change up something? I feel like maybe cut one of these and get like a gyrocopter. I feel like that would be pretty good, right? And... But again, if they have like a scary Air Force, that's also a little bit stressful. So, yeah, we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. Let's do it, boys. I did. I got water. And we did it. I got some agua. Looks like all the Dawi are ready, just waiting on Kargon. Come on, Kargon. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's time for business.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun one. This stream is your pipeline to memes. Yeah. I don't want to peek at my allies quite yet, I guess. Well, we'll see him in a minute. We're just waiting for Big Papa Senior over there to get his goodies ready to go. I actually don't know what this map looks like, so... Yeah, hopefully it helps the dwarves. We'll see. High Pass. What does the High Pass look like? Is it just like a big snowy mountain range type thing? Or is there actually like some severe terrain? I hope it's not like one of those maps where like one team... Oh yeah, I hope someone has the black coach. I don't have too many grudges. I would say I was one of the... Oh, this is a cool map. Look at this. It's got some like taking down like Templars or something. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. All right. 22 grudges. Hey, take care, Camille. Thanks for joining tonight, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. I wonder where we deploy, because it looks like someone like is going to start down here, right? Should be interesting. Definitely a good time. Is there a limit to grudges? I don't think so. I mean, how many pages are in Hiking Thorgrim's book? Does anyone actually know from like a lore perspective? Is it just like, does it like magically make more pages? You know? Is that how that thing works? Oh, yeah, Gimli just popped up. Thank you for subscribing, whoever that was. Always a good time having you here. Always a good time. This is the good life, John Ton. This is a good life, my friend. We got a good team battle coming our way. Just kind of massaging my arm a little bit. I actually have to work later today. Time's it now? It's like 2 o'clock, so I have a work event I have to go to in 3 hours, unfortunately. So sorry guys, I won't be doing a 6-hour stream today. That's what you guys were hoping for.
Yes.
I was waiting for everyone to load in. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Buried under the grudges. Yeah. Endless pages for sure in the Book of Grudges. But I'm really excited for the Skaven. Lizardmen will be okay. I'm not like terribly hyped about them. I know they're pretty cool, but the Skaven are just, you know, so characteristic of the Total War, right? Well, not Total War, excuse me, of the Warhammer universe. So they're just hilarious. Like, they're gonna have rat ogres, like those giant linebacker rats. Those things are gonna be great. It's gonna be cool to see what their like faction unique mechanics are. Probably a lot of stock, I would imagine. Like, they'll probably have like some of those like heavy armored rats, but they won't. It'll be like beastmen. They won't be like the best, like armored infantry. They won't be like black orcs. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see how that actually works out. Quite eager. Yeah. Yep, should be good, boys. Should be good. So still waiting. I think we got some potatoes on our hands, guys. We got some potatoes. So who's the culprit? Let's see if anyone was chatting. No, it's fine, Chainsaw Gab. You're good to play, my friend. It's all good. We're already here. Let's do it to it. Yeah, I wonder where we deploy on this map. Hopefully it's like over here. If someone like started down here, that would just be really sucky. To have to like march up the hill like that. It's Skaven. Yes, it's time. Far over the Misty Mountains, boys. Far over. All right, let's go ahead and advance. So I'm going to set up my front liners here like so. Very good, very good. So the Foul Vampires are going to be advancing. The Dawi do have a bit of a hill position here, which is a little bit advantageous for us, I would say. But that is A-okay. Definitely not going to complain about the free advantage we're getting there. Big Papa Grombrindle, I'm actually going to keep him in the back for like guard duty. We're going to put one group of Rangers here, and the other group can kind of be like staggered over here, I'm thinking. Because, again, when he summons the zombies, I want to have like a bit of a different line that, you know, someone wouldn't normally be used to seeing. So where are you deploying, man? What are you doing over here, Chainsaw Gav? Oh, it looks like he's just setting up his formations right now, so no problem. So one Runesmith, obviously we want in the front. The other one we can kind of use in the wings to like help out against the zombie spam, because there's probably going to be a lot of that. These miners with blasting charges, we're going to kind of put right here to, you know, obviously throw blasting charges. And these guys we're going to put in the back to, you know, be on guard duty. Slayers on guard duty as well. In group 2, group 1, group 4, and group 3. Cool. Oh, I accidentally started a little bit too fast. I don't know if my buddies are ready. But, I mean, it's pretty good. What we probably want is to have, like, deploy, like, do a partial deployment here and then, like, cover this up here. And then, I don't know where we want Palooka to deploy. What does he have? He has a very, like, Death Star style army with Ultimaris Rangers and things like that. Friggin' giant rat beasts with machine guns for arms. Yeah. I mean, I play a little bit of Vermintide, so there's probably going to be some, you know, pretty interesting stuff going on. Yeah, and looks, there you go. So you see he's deploying his line there, which kind of seals things up for us, which is good. We actually don't have that many cannons, because usually in like 3v3 dwarf matches you see a bunch. I only brought one, but man, and now I'm kind of wishing I'd brought more, so we could really punish the vampire counts before they get here, you know? This cannon, will probably pull this cannon back a little bit like so. There we go, that's probably better. And yeah, these guys can kind of chill right here. And maybe we can actually put them over here. That's better. Cool. And the gyrocopter, we can go do a little bit of scouting. But again, 3 vampire counts, like, it's probably just going to die, to be honest. Shooty rat ogres. What's going on there? It sounds like fun. Okay, so it looks like we got the Von Karsteins over here. We got, it looks like just the regular vampire counts over here. Definitely some Fellbats, so I'm probably not going to get much value out of my gyrocopters. Probably shouldn't have brought them in retrospect, but it looks like the other Vampire Counts player is probably going to come up this hill here, so we're going to get jumped from 3 fronts. All right, guys, I think there's a potato culprit in here a little bit, although this isn't too bad. This is very doable. This is better than before, for sure. Yeah. And Grombrindle, where do we want him? We probably want him like with the archers, because that's, you know, most likely where our opponents are going to land their flying lords and whatnot. So Grombrindle is very good for like defending the back line, and it looks like Draco Knight has disconnected. Oh no, but still, you know, his vampire army will advance up the hill and, you know, hopefully continue to fight, you know, for his people. So he does have, it looks like a corpse cart here, or a black coach. Oh, he has a black coach, guys. So we're going to scoot forward just a little bit. See if we can do it to it. All right. Look at the black coach. You guys ready for this? Oh yeah, it's happening. It's really happening. You got to give props to Kronos for bringing the black coach. This guy's a true hero. He does have a Lady Karstein here, but the Black Coach is going to start taking some cannon fire. You can see the shots going off in the distance. Let's see if it makes contact. Oh, it looks like a swing and a miss there, guys. But a few more volleys coming in. Let's see if we can do some work against the Black Coach. And man, we were just missing horribly, but it looks like we're hitting some Graveguard there, which is nice. So can't complain about that. So the gyrocopters, let's go ahead and see. So yeah, it looks like Senior's army's coming here, and it looks like Kargan's army's coming here. Oh, was that one of my teammates that we lost? Palooka, looks like Senior, and then we got, who do we got in the middle here? Kronos. Senior, who did we lose? Was that a spectator? Oh, I think that was a spectator. Okay, so we're still good. I was a little confused by that, to be honest. So we're gonna move these guys over here. Hopefully, actually, let's just keep them here, and then hopefully, yeah, we can get some free missile fire on these guys. Let's also get a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these guys as they fly over. We definitely want to punch those for sure. So we're gonna use a Rune of Wrath and Ruin. We're gonna probably pull, my miners and my runesmith in here to kind of finish these guys off if we need to. We do have some dwarf warriors here as well, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of a business on these. And the slayers will obviously clean up these fellbats, no problem. So. The gyrocopters, he is going after him, the gyrocopters there, but we're just going to turn and just kind of gun these guys down. So let's go ahead and do this. And we do have a runesmith in the back. He does have a Rune of Wrath and Ruin, so we're going to go ahead and use that on these. And they did jump on the cannon, so, my slayers should be able to just kill them in a matter of seconds. So we're making some good contact with the big Black Coach. Yeah, we're doing it. And, it looks like we're able to kill the fellbats, which is going to be very nice because then my gyrocopter can essentially have free range. So good stuff so far, good stuff. So we'll go ahead and switch these guys into position, just get them ready to fire in the front line. Let's go ahead and look. So we do have some cav. Oh no, Vargulf's coming around the back. That's going to be very tough to deal with. So let's actually go ahead and send the gyros kind of back here to help out with the Vargulfs, because that's going to be a very, very important threat here. And we're shooting the big Black Coach for sure, but we're probably going to turn and start shooting at some of these Vargulfs over here. See if we can do a little bit of pressure. Let's also take our gyros over there and start shooting at them as well. So good stuff so far. Good stuff, guys. So the front line looks like it's about to engage here. So they might be trying to overload. I'm not sure. So we're going to go ahead and lock that. Do we want to lock that formation up? Let's see. Yeah, he's coming in right now. That's good. So, okay, so let's get these Rangers in position, have them start shooting. We probably don't want them shooting at Graveguard, honestly, but I don't know if we have, any really better choices. So we're going to get Big Papa Grombrindle over there as well. And it looks like the Vargulfs are being zoned out by the gyros here, which is good. So we're just going to kind of keep them in the middle of these two armies. And it looks like he does sneak through and summon some spooky, scary zombies in the back line here. So let's go ahead and send those miners over there to deal with those. And, we'll get these guys, and these guys, and just have them get ready to engage here. So great. So as far as the back line over here, we do have some Barracks Reavers coming around the back, so it's going to be pretty spooky. So let's go ahead and get my cannon shooting at those guys and just have the Slayers kind of on guard duty here. And we do have some Dwarf Warriors, so we're going to put them here and put these guys here. And we should be in okay shape. So now the fighting has started in the front line. A lot of summons going off, though. It's going to be really tough to win this for sure. A lot of funny business going on from all fronts. So let's go ahead and see where we want to go with these gyrocopters. We probably want to help finish off those Vargulfs. So those things are just an absolute nightmare to deal with for the dwarves. So we're going to go here. We're going to go here. Use Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these Graveguard here. Just continue fighting the good fight. The Reavers are taking some cannon damage, which is quite nice. We do have a Runesmith back here as well. So let's go ahead and use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on some of these. No, probably don't want to use them on zombies, but it's a little too late anyway. So we're going to pull these Dwarf Warriors in the back to kind of help support. Grombrindle's in here fighting. Let's see, where do we want him? I would like to get him on a high value unit. Oh no, the Black Coach is coming. The Black Coach is coming, guys. It's happening. So and it looks like he did get some fellbats over here from Kargan. So pretty good stuff. But the Black Coach is pushing through, guys. It's some spooky, scary stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and use a flash bomb here to try and slow it down. And we do hit it, but it's still. Oh no, the Black Coach. Look at it. It does no damage. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the Slayers, see if we can get our paws on it. We do have some Rangers and other units that are gonna shoot at it. And as soon as these guys get online, we can have them shoot here as well. So it is slowed from the flash bomb hills here. So you can see it's moving extremely slowly with only 20 move speed. So we should be able to get a bit of a surround on it, which should be nice. So Grombrindle and the boys doing some solid work. Let's go ahead and get him on those units. We're taking some casualties in the back line. I'm not sure how my allies are doing, but the cannon, where is it shooting? It's shooting at these Reavers back here, but it's about to get charged by some of these dudes. So we're going to pull the Slayers back, have them get on these Direwolves, and it looks like the Black Coach is somewhat taken care of. It killed one Ranger, which, it could be much worse, guys. It could be much worse. So Grombrindle continuing to fight in the front line. It looks like he is on some Graveguard now, which is going to be pretty good. But we are getting pushed a little bit here, which is a little bit unsettling for sure. But the Hounds did get in, unfortunately. It was a little bit slow on that. But it looks like our gyro is helping with these Vargulfs, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and drop some bomb on some of these zombies over here, which should be good. And man, what a wild fight. And some of my enemy stuff over here is coming out to help. I think this belongs to Kargan, who's fighting over here. So yeah, a little bit tricky when you get other players' stuff coming into your back line here. It definitely changes up the dynamic. So right now I'm mainly in survival mode, really. I just need to survive and let my allies try and carry me home. I should say. So yeah, our Longbeards are fighting well over there. We do have some runes coming up here, I think. So let's go ahead and use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on some of those Graveguard. Again, pretty good choice, but the Black Coach going absolutely ham, boys. It's going ham bone over here. And it looks like these Longbeards are in a bit of a precarious situation, to say the least. But these guys are helping out with the Vargulfs quite a bit, but I think I need them back at my line right now because my back line's being compromised, and I do need the Gyrocopter to help like fend off that threat. So these Rangers running from the big Black Coach, trying their best. But yeah, how's my front line doing? It's really hard to tell, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these Graveguard here. Just have my Runesmith continue to fight them. We do have this rune here as well. But my front line's pretty surrounded. It's not the prettiest situation. So thankfully Isabella did come in there, so we can get Big Papa Grom fighting there. And let's actually get these guys going after the... I don't know. We probably want to take out the Barracks Reavers because the Black Coach isn't as much of a threat. So let's get these Longbeards kind of just continuing to push after them and, you know, try and catch them to the best of our ability. So good. The Slayers are fighting Longbeards, so we probably want to pull them back, to be honest. Go after these guys, and our Miners are... This is pretty tough. Getting ganked in the back by the Cav from over there is fine, but, you know, he did bring all his Cavs, so his army's probably going to be a bit weaker over there. So let's go ahead and use Grombrindle as no fear, because a lot of our army is starting to get pretty beat up here. So we're going to use that and just continue to try and fight here, and we are pretty surrounded, which is tough. By Isabella, you know, all those kind of vampire goons over there. So the Slayers fighting in the back line. We do have these guys shooting at the Barracks Reavers, which are going to be quite helpful. We do have some Rangers coming over here as well. Really hard to tell. I think we're going to lose this, though. I think we're going to lose this. The mobility in the back line's a little bit tough. And look at the Black Coach. How many kills? Oh, it has 8 kills. Could be worse, right? Could be worse. Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, those Barracks Reavers coming from over there. But hopefully our Dwarf player over here, Chainsaw Gav, can win his fight and then come over and help us. I think that would be pretty clutch for sure. Good. So we're going to go ahead and use the ruins here to kind of buff everybody up. Just kind of continue to keep that Dawi pocket fighting. And these dudes need to get in there and fight a little bit harder. I think they're kind of chilling a little bit much. So we're going to try and move Grombrindle out of there. It's going to be hard to get him out for sure. But, you know, we're doing some okay damage to these Varix Reavers over here. We do have some Slayers and Miners going after them, which is good. And, yeah, so our backline's somewhat secure. It's obviously not, like, optimal by any means. But, you know, again, it's getting better. So we will have Runes of Wrath and Ruin up shortly. So let's go ahead and use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin here on some of these Graveguard, and then the other one we will have up in 4 seconds, so we can go ahead and pop that on like another group of Graveguard over here. So let's go ahead and see, and let's go ahead and hit like one of these tattered groups that's already like pretty beat up and see if we can like, you know, maybe pack a finishing punch. We do have our cannon crew back, which is quite nice. So let's go ahead and get on our cannon here, see if we can kind of re-secure that. And over here, let's go ahead and pull these guys back to try and secure our back line. Actually, no, he's turning and fighting with those Reavers, so we actually want to stay and fight them. That's good. Do we want to do a bombing run on those guys? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but Grombrindle's, he's a little bit trapped here. This isn't good. You know, he's pretty resilient, but it's still, you know, he's gonna get sandwiched in by a lot of these guys here, so it's gonna be very, very tough, guys. And having those Cav back there that like were charging me from the other fight, that was brutal. That like shut down a lot of my Rangers and other resources, but it looks like they are coming back. So let's go ahead and see if we can like get those re-engaged on the front line. Grom, we should probably honestly just have him fight, because I don't think he might actually be able to get out through those Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. We'll see. So let's see. He does have the Varix Reavers, which are going back to that battle. Where's the big Black Coach? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. So okay, so we can set the Gyrocopter on those guys right now, and we do have these Slayers here as well. And also, is our cannon crew coming back? They are. They're scurrying back pretty quickly here. So let's go ahead and see if we want to use the Slayers. Maybe just use them defensively right now to go after the Black Coach. And looks like Grombrindle actually got away, so we're going to pull him back a little bit, see if we can kind of get him, you know, secure somewhere else. And the Gyrocopters, we want to go here, and oh no, it looks like Grombrindle's going to get caught by the big Black Coach. So let's also get our Rangers shooting at that. Oh, do we have 2 groups of Rangers back here? We do. Oh, very good. How did they get like separated? Or is that, yeah, it just seems like a bit of an awkward engagement here. So he's working on the big Black Coach. It's also taking that fire, which is good. We do have some Slayers coming to help out as well, but our line's getting pretty thin, guys. It's getting real thin. It's getting real narrow and unchill. And hopefully this cannon crew can scurry back a little faster. We did kill the enemy lord. Oh my god, guys, the Black Coach is just giving Grombrindle the business. Look at this. Come on, Grom. You need to finish this thing off right now. It's just kind of ramming him over. And this is why I bring High King Thorgrim, because Grombrindle, like, the Black Coach is dominating him. Finish it. Finish the Black Coach before it destroys my lord. Oh my god, Grombrindle's terrified. Okay, he might live. We do have that fire, so the Slayers need to get up on that. Oh no, he's coming in. Oh no. Let's use the Flash Bomb before he gets run over. And it looks like he has 63 HP. Oh my god, let's run him through here. And we do have the missiles shooting it down. Shoot her! Kill the Black Coach! We got it. Grombrindle lives. Oh man, that Black Coach was going pretty ham there. So Grom, we're actually just going to run him into the Shadow Realm right now, just for like defensive, you know, safety. A lot of our front line though didn't fare terribly well. Yeah, because we needed the support of the Rangers and other units and our cannons and stuff, and man, those things got shut down by, these mobile forces back here. So let's go ahead and send those gyros over there to do a little bit of dive bombing. These Rangers here, we can go ahead and have them shoot on these guys, and he's coming for that Grom Brindle ass. You can actually see that right now. That's rough, guys. That's rough. So yeah, we'll use it on some of these Graveguard here. We're continuing to fight, but we don't have many troops left, so we probably just want to do as much damage as we can. We do have some backline, which is nice, but man, Grom Brindle's so low. He has 25 HP. Oh god, who's this? Oh, so that's Isabella von Karstein. So let's see if we can get a bit of a surround on her and, keep her off me. Do I have some Slayers back here fighting? Oh, we need to get those guys back on her. So yeah, it looks like Grom Brindle's in some pretty rough shape. He does have high melee defense, sort of. It's at 40, so he might be able to get a karate chop, but it looks like he does die. So that's pretty rough. So the Slayers and the Rangers, hopefully they can shoot in here, but yeah, I think the cav in the back shutting us down was too strong. We lost a lot. Very well played to good teamwork from these guys. Really, really good teamwork. So let's kind of reposition here, try and get our forces kind of, pulled back as much as we can, really. And let's see how our allies are doing. The balance of power is somewhat even, actually. So I think what we need to do is, start scurrying over here and trying to, unite with our ally. I think that's going to be our best case scenario. And just try and help them out however we can. We do have the gyros and 2 groups of Rangers, which isn't too bad. So let's actually go ahead and shoot some of these skeleton warriors. We'll form a battle line here. And these gyros, let's see what we can do here. So Chainsaw Gab did pretty good. Who was he fighting against? Kargon. Very, very good stuff. So let's see if we can... Yeah, it looks like everything's actually already pretty much finished off there, so... Yeah, Isabella got crunk there. But the Black Coach was the real culprit, guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That Black Coach was just giving Grom Brindle the business. Yeah, he was going ham. Ham sandwich for sure. So the Vargulfs over here actually finally getting worn down a little bit. But we need to get this Runesmith up and over there. That's going to be really important here, so... some of the dwarves are coming back to fight in the 4th quarter, which is nice. They're going to beat down some of these skeletons. And we do have some Rangers and Quarler support, Thunder support coming in right now, which is really, really going to be helpful here because his army's pretty thin here. Our front line put up a pretty good fight, despite, how it looked. And the dwarves here still have a very, very good pocket of resistance. They do have, Belegar Ironhammer. That's very cool. So he's got Big Papa Belegar coming in. And let's see, where do we want to go with this gyrocopter? Where is it right now? So, okay, good. So I think we actually pulled this one out, guys. I think we pulled this out. Yeah, because it's going to be tough because this dwarf army here is big. I still have some troops left, enough to form a little bit of a resistance. And, Isabella's over there. She's pretty strong, but, really, I think there's just too much Dawi left on the map. So, all right, let's just move our troops over. Just try and polish this game off. Yeah. Yeah, Grom Brindle's always a trooper. He's a man. He puts up a good fight. I wonder how many kills these White Kings have. 19 and then 22. That's not bad. You can see Isabella just getting gadded down by these dwarves over here. Oh, my Runesmith's back. Sweet. So we'll scurry that up there. That's pretty nice. And yeah, let's just get over there and help out our ally. Because he's going to get collapsed on here, so we probably want to, do some business on some of these troops. What does he have left here that we want to fight? Yeah, we do have the gyros coming up over the hill. Does he have a Necromancer? That's probably what I would like to target. He does have some Graveguard here, so maybe we need to charge in here and maybe go after these White Kings to try and help him out. And just bring these troops over here, have them jump on these guys in the back. And yeah, but this army over here by Chainsaw Gab is so big. That's what she said. It's just so giant. So we're going to charge in here, get a nice little rear charge, which again will be a pretty big leadership hit for our enemies. Oh yeah, get in there. Get them with your blades, boys. So we're going to just kind of cycle charge with them. I think that's going to be the most cost-effective use of them. And we'll get the Runesmith coming. You can see Isabella coming. They're going to try and overpower our dude over here to turn it into more of a 1v1, which is really smart. Belegar's putting up a good fight, though, for sure. So what we want to do is let's go ahead and get a bombing run on this group over here, which will be solid. So we're going to wait. And any second now, they should be in position. And 3 and 2 and... yeah, close enough. So, oh man, that wasn't the best. I should have ran across them, but that still did some decent damage. So now we're going to charge in here, try and get a little bit of a dive going on. And they get in there, and yeah, it's okay contact. They do pretty good, knocking around a bunch of those Graveguard. So we're going to kind of pull those guys out. And our troops are arriving, our reinforcements from the battle earlier. And we have a group of Longbeards who are in full health. So let's go ahead and get up here and just get up in the air and then try and do some cycle charging on Isabella. Oh, he actually still has a full health Runesmith, which is nice. Nice. Very, very good. All right. So we're going to get another rear charge. Just continue to try and trigger those issues for my opponents. Just push in here with Blast My Infantry. And, man, these Dawi are holding up. Is Belegar still in here? Is he? If anything, yeah, he should be. I don't know. He's probably scurrying around somewhere. I know he had Belegar earlier. He might have taken, too much damage from that fight. So we're going to pull these guys back. Is this my Runesmith? Oh, it looks like that's his. And it looks like Belegar is fighting. He does have the mighty Oathstone over here, but he's being hunted by Isabella, who's just been hunting lords all freaking day. But yeah, now our troops are arriving, the reinforcements, and Yeah, sounds good. I'm loving the arrow annotations, Chainsaw. Pretty gangster, man. So let's actually go and see if we can help him out with the gyrocopters. They will hit her hard. I mean, she's somewhat... Dang, she has 110 armor. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. So yeah, the Dawi are here now, though. The proud dwarves are here to finish the fight. Oh, these rangers are out of ammunition, actually. That's funny. So man, they put up a lot of work that game. Gyrocopter's getting in there, doing a little bit of AP to Isabella. We might be able to save Belagar over here, but he only has 200 HP. But see, now she's occupied fighting these, which is good. And she's taking some HP damage. Granted, she has really good self-healing, so the Blood Chalice, which I think she has. Yeah. So good. So this Runesmith is probably almost here, which is nice. So we can go ahead and use a Rune of Wrath and Ruin. And to be honest, at this point, the last of his army probably should start to crumble. I'm not sure what else they can really do. This is just too much. And a very, very healthy Lord here. All right, so let me go ahead and take a look at chat. So, well, that would get Turin kicked out of YouTube faster than he'd be done with me. What do you guys want me to do? What's going on? Talking about me getting kicked out? Yeah, some craziness going on in chat. So we're just going to chase Isabella here, and obviously the rest of the vampire counts, the White Kings and whatnot, are going to, get punished. Or are you guys trying to fast forward here? Okay, so we get a little bit of a fast forward, I think. Yeah, if you guys want to, by all means. So we still have the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass here, which is pretty nice. Those guys are ballers, so... Man, Isabella's been doing some serious, Lord hunting. Really good work there. It's good stuff. I don't think, yeah, competitive communities are usually more toxic. Because, I mean, it's also an age thing. If you guys, look at the demographic of my channel, it's, overwhelmingly people between the ages of 25 and 34. Largely. Whereas if you look at, a League of Legends YouTube channel, it's going to be, 14, 15-year-olds mostly. So I think that's a big part of it, too. That was a really fun battle. That was close. That was really close. I got mollywomped. Those direwolves, whoever those were, the direwolves and the reavers, and then the big black coach. Oh my god, he was killing it with the big black coach. Yeah. You did really good, Senior. Yeah, absolutely. It was well played to everyone. GG, lads. GG. The Dawi are a proud people. We can cast that. Dawi. Dawo cast. Yeah. Alright, guys. Time for some more quick battles. Let's do it. So we're probably going to do a 3-hour stream today. We're at the 2-hour and 30-minute mark, so we're not going to go 2 balls deep and go 4 hours because, again, I want to be able to use my hands earlier. So really well played, guys. That was a fun match. That was a really fun match. We're going to do a little bit of hand stretching here. All right, we're facing off against Old Man Darby. What do we want to do? What do you guys want to see? Chaos? You guys want to see Chaos be made great again? We could do Empire. I've been promising you guys an Empire game. I think I'm going to play them. So, let's see what my opponent picks. You guys ready? No, McFudge. We just finished a 3v3. It's pretty long. I think people would like to see some... No, we're actually at 2 hours and 34 minutes. I think we'll finish tonight with an auto-resolved army. So let's see who Darby's going to pick. Looks like he's just sitting on the Wood Elves. Which is interesting. Or, Argolon, or what are they even called? I can't even say that. I'm not even going to try. So, I'm not sure who he's going to pick. We'll see. Come on, guys. Pick something. I want to use Volkamar's Holy Crusade. Yeah, I'm not sure. Come on, Darby. I want to. I really want to. Dude, I want to do it. Yeah, that was a really good game, Armando. That was awesome. So we're actually going to leave and re-queue because he's not picking an army. So we're just going to rejoin and hopefully we can get a little something. The Blood God does demand it. Yeah, I thought we were going to lose that. Gorguts Eater something. Okay, so we're going to play the Empire. Balthazar Gelt. Do you guys want Balthazar? What does this item do? Staff of Valanus. Oh, it just gives him, recharge. Okay, but anyways, we're playing against the Beastmen, so we're going to get him on his pimp cart. Oh, no. Wait, okay. So we're playing against Greenskins. Ugh. This is awkward. Let's actually just put him on a mount. Although he is unbreakable in this thing, right? So, yeah. Screw it. Okay, we're doing it. And, yep. So we're going full-on Crusader, guys. We're going ham in the Crusade. Probably need some tanks to purge the heretics, right? or at least a steam tank, I think is probably going to be pretty good. So we're also going to get a Jade Wizard, put him up on this deal here. We're going to get Regrowth and then Earthblood and all that. We are playing Volkmar the Grim. It's happening, guys. It's time to settle some of these grudges we got in the book. We're going to get the silver bullets and some regular handgunners, and then also we're going to get Sterling's Revenge. And we're going to get 2 spears in the back line to help out. And this army is so incredibly haggard. It is just so haggard, guys. Oh, we're missing something, right? What are we missing? I think we're good, right? A very shirtless army. You know what we are missing is armor piercing. But, you know what? These flagellants do not care. It is time. What else do we want to get? I feel like I need, like, some sort of, like dense units, right? Sterling's Revenge, we can probably cut those guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can cut some corners. Where can we cut corners? So, we want the self-healing for sure. Let's cut these and see if we can get some greatswords, maybe. I think just, like, one group would be good. Maybe we cut that, and can we get 2? And we have this. Let's go ahead and see what we want to cut here. We have the Jade Griffin. Are any of these abilities just kind of haggard? Yeah, we'll just get rid of the miscast chance. That's probably fine. And then we can get another group of great swords. Okay, so this army's a little bit more well-rounded now. It's not like quite as haggard. So, okay, great. Knights of the Blazing Sun? No Knights. Well, Luminarch's really bad against greenskins. Oh, guys. We're struggling here. 420 Blaze the Sun. I'm trying to put up a good fight. I don't want to just get my salad tossed. We have a steam tank, which is really expensive. Guys, I literally have Volkmar on his pimp wagon. Yeah, like straight up. There can't be any complaining about that. Now, this is not the build, just a disclaimer, guys, this is not the build I would ever use against the greenskins in a competitive sense. But it might work. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I really like using steam tanks. Like, they can be pretty abusive if you use, like, several of them, but, I mean, I still don't think, you know, you can deal with them for sure. So, yeah, we're ready to go, guys. What time is it right now? 2:15? Okay. I still have 3 hours before I have to work. I wish I didn't have wrist problems. I would, like, literally stream all day. I would stream all day, yeah, if I could. I'm taking back the Holy Lands, yeah, with Volkmar the Grim. I got to make sure he doesn't get isolated by, like, anything. Tank is good against greenskins because the terror is quite strong. And flagellants hopefully can hold up well against the savage orcs. We'll see. He is on his pimp mount. He is on the pimp mount. And I also do have the silver bullets, which would be the dank tank. I like that. That's good. All right. So our front line is just going to be wild. We're just going to have the flagellants ready to go. The greatswords we're going to kind of keep in auxiliary here, I think, which is going to be fine. And some dude out there, his car alarm is just going off like crazy. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to put the greatswords in auxiliary, just kind of keep them here. And let's see, where do we want? The silver bullets, we might actually do a little bit of fancy, like, kind of angling up there. This one group, we might actually, we'll keep these guys a little bit further. How do we want to do this? Maybe we'll put them right here, should be fine. And we'll put these guys, like, up here, maybe. All right, that should be good. So, as far as the handgunners go, we can start them off in the front just to get like an initial volley, and then we'll pull them back after that. We're going to put spears in the wings here, and we're going to put some spears in the wings right here. Steam tank is going to go up here. Big pimp cart is going to go over in the center of all of his troops, and let's go ahead and lock this formation up. And the spears also want to be locked into that formation. The Jade Wizard, oh, he's actually on a horse. I thought he was flying for some reason, but no, he's not. So these group 2, group 3, and let's do it. Cool. So the steam tank, we obviously can just start shooting at, I don't know, we can just shoot at the Black Orcs. Or, oh, he actually has the Crimson Killers. This is actually going to be rough. I don't have a lot of AP, and he's got a lot of spooky, scary stuff going on. So, yeah, so let's do it to it. Hopefully Volkmar and the boys can pull this one out. The steam tank doing some decent, I don't think it hit yet, but hopefully it'll hit these guys. The Crimson Killers are really strong. And we don't have, like, any, well, we do have some great swords, I guess. So, yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But we're getting some shots here, so we're going to kind of scoot and shoot a little bit. So we're going to shoot and then advance, just so it's, like, close to the front line here. And I don't know if he has any, like, cav or anything mobile, so we're going to kind of put these spears over here, put them in group 4, and, yeah, and just kind of wait it out. So we're going to start shooting at the Crimson Killers with those guys. And the silver bullets, we're actually going to start shooting at the giant right here. So let's go ahead and pull these guys up here. And, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay. He does have, what does he have? Orc boys. He actually has orc boys, which is interesting. So We do have some hidden units in the back, so some Goblin Wolf Riders. So a little bit spooky and scary, but that is fine. So we're going to go ahead and get the spears over here. And really, there's not that many like great targets, and we are getting some good shots here with the silver bullets. So let's go ahead and pull back. We'll use the spears to protect them. And we're getting some good fire here on these Crimson Killers. So let's go ahead and just get one more fire. That's nice. And then we're going to pull back and just use these dudes. So looks like he is coming after me here in the open field, which is fine. We're going to continue to like poke away at that giant. We've done some pretty good HP damage, so let's go ahead and pull these guys back here, these guys here. We got to just make it uncomfortable for those gobos. And thankfully the handgunners, they'll have a pretty good arc to shoot at that giant, and we can just literally keep the spears like right on top of them. So, man, those trolls are pretty fast, for sure. So, yeah, we're continuing to shoot that guy down. We're going to move the steam tank up into the front line and just, like, have it continue to get in there and just go ham. So let's actually move it over into the middle. And we'll have this dude... Yeah, we want to get these guys back a little bit. And now we can have it start shooting at this giant. We'll put these guys right here. We'll also send... It looks like we're about to have this engagement here. So, obviously, this is going to be pretty dicey. So let's go ahead and engage here. And he actually has trolls, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and get these guys engaged here and these guys engaged here. And we need to keep an eye out on those Goblin Riders. Let's go ahead and just kind of start gunning this giant down. So unfortunately, he does have some dudes coming in over there that I'm going to have a little bit of trouble. We'll use spears to occupy them. And then let's cut them in here. We're going to have to like use 2 spears to protect the one. And also let's go ahead and use the Lore of Life here in the main line to kind of heal up our army. And so far, so good. I think it's going well. The steam tank in the middle, we probably want to get it, like, we can actually have it go help out with some of those orc boys. And you can see the gobos coming in pretty hot here. So let's go ahead and get these guys set up here, these guys set up here. And you can see it's going to be very tough. So we're probably going to pull the Jaded Wizard back. And yeah, we can just position these guys like that. And the steam tank's going to go help out with these. And good. So we're getting some free fire, which is solid. So let's line up here. Let's continue to gun that giant down. And you see, yeah, we're going to use our Jade Wizard to fight these guys, which is going to be good. So I don't know if there's anything worth like using a regrowth on at the moment, but I think our steam tank's going to help like route these guys off, which should be fine. Volkmar, we're going to go ahead and now use the buffs. We're just going to kind of spam them all and just be really lazy about it. But he is going to get a bit of an engagement here, which is unfortunate. So nothing we can really do about that. He just had us outnumbered there. So we're actually going to pull some of these guys back and have them help out and see if we can save the silver bullets. And let's just continue to gun that giant down. It's going to be really important to finish that off. So let's get these spears kind of pushing over here, and we're able to collapse. So let's kind of push these guys down on the flank, have these guys start shooting in here at the giant, just trying to finish it off. And yeah, we're getting some good gunfire though. And Volkmar the Grim is taking a bit of damage, so we're going to go ahead and use a heal here on the front, and you know, make sure his pimp card is well taken care of. And we're able to actually do some good work against that Goblin Big Boss. But man, the back line is just kind of littered with gobos. Very tough stuff. So let's get Volkmar on his pimp cart and have him help out. So these great swords, we want to get him and finish the Crimson Killers, and it looks like we're able to finish off that giant. Is he shattered or is he broken? It's really hard to tell. But the Pimp My Ride card is kind of back here doing some decent work, but he's now actually taking some good focus fire from my opponent's stuff. So let's actually get the steam tank in here and have it engage on the trolls in melee and see if there's anything we want to use regrowth on. I don't know if there is at the moment, so we're probably just going to save it. So let's go ahead and get the Pimp My Ride cart in here. We'll get these kind of guns set up again. And how are our silver bullets? So they're actually stabilized. We were able to push off a lot of those goblins. So let's actually start shooting at these trolls. We'll get these flagellants like re-engaged there. Get these spears back here set up these guys. And good. So I think we're in okay shape. Let's go ahead and use the bombardment abilities to just try and rout off some of these trolls here. See if we can actually finish this Goblin Big Boss. And yeah, this is a wild fight for sure. But the trolls are going to start taking handgunner fire, which is going to be really tough for them. They're going to rout, and especially against like a steam tank, they're going to have big leadership issues. So the Crusade marches on, boys. Volkmar is pretty tanky over there. And let's see. So we have these spears, so we want to get them back here. And we probably want to start shooting over... Yeah, we can start shooting at WURRZAG, to be honest. He's a pretty good target here. So we don't have too many troops, but WURRZAG's coming in like just full mad hog over there. Look at him. And unfortunately, we do have some Goblin Wolf Riders, but thankfully we do have our Jade Wizard and some spears here to help protect. And these ones were able to like get on our silver bullets, which is really rough. But the steam tank and the guys are able to collapse, so we're going to push through and just get on these Night Goblin Archers back here. Just continue fighting, and it looks like, yeah, so we're going to finish these Goblin Archers. And then what we want to do is get these handgunners to finish off that giant, again, because he can make a pretty big difference in the late game. So as far as heals go, we're probably just going to save until we have like a bit more of a blob. So we're able to push off these Goblin Archers, but we probably need to collapse and just finish off his last pocket of resistance over here. Oh man, we almost lost Volkmar. I'm not paying attention. So we're going to go ahead and heal him here with the regrowth. Why can't we do that? Is he at his healing cap? Okay, so he gets Effigy of Begetted, but which is fine. He is unbreakable, which is good. So we're going to kind of use this moment to just fire in here and just hopefully get some good value. And we get a nice AoE bombardment. Let's also pull the spears in here. And yeah, wild fight for sure. So yeah, we need to get the spears to protect these guns actually. So let's go ahead and have them get on these Goblin Wolf Riders. So Volkmar continuing to tank it up like a boss, but I don't think I can heal him because I think he's at his healing cap. So he does go down there, but that's okay. A lot of the greenskin troops are routing here. He doesn't have too much left, and the Goblin Wolf Riders did get pushed off. We have some great swords fighting in here, and guys, most importantly, we do have an unbreakable steam tank, which is going to be really hard for my opponent to handle. So let's go ahead and take some pot shots at the pig. We'll get some spears in here, and we do have this this caster who's in somewhat good shape. So we're gonna go ahead and cast a regrowth here. Let's see if we can actually cast it. Where can we cast it right now? I don't know what I can reach. So we're gonna try and get him, but he does get pushed off by the goblin big bosses. And WURRZAG is gonna have a rough time right here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get on him and try and finish him off here. He does get terrified, which is nice. So let's actually send these guys over here. So let's see, what troops do we have? Do we have anything like out in the wings? Most of our army's unbreakable, so they're gonna be like resilient, you know. So good. So we're able to kill WURRZAG right there, which is nice. So now we're just gonna push down these gobos and hopefully, you know, do our thing there. Let's turn these around, have them start shooting at some of these boys here. Let's get these handgunners set up here, these spears set up here, and yeah, the flagellants honestly should be able to finish this off, especially with the support of the great swords. So yeah, what a good game. I mean, it's still not over, like, but he's not going to be able to kill the steam tank. Like, it's going to rout everything, especially without WURRZAG being there. So very well played. My opponent splits into 2 groups there. So let's actually go ahead and finish these orc boys, and we'll send one group of great swords out here. Just kind of continue shooting. We'll have these guys just get capped right there, and yeah, let's just finish off his missile units, right, and keep these spears to defend. Let's see what else. What's going on over here? So he does have his 2 goblin big bosses, but they're going to rout as soon as that steam tank comes in there. So yeah, the crusade march is on, guys. The crusade march is on. So yeah, we're able to break those night goblin archers. This other group here is taking quite a bit of missile fire damage. So we're going to kind of get our front line kind of squared away and ready to go. But honestly, he's not going to be able to deal with the steam tank. That's the one unfortunate circumstance here. So we're going to start shooting at these goblin big bosses actually. See if we can like break them before they get here. And yeah, good. So these guys are broken. So let's go ahead and just pull these guys in, have them engage on those boys. And the spears, I want it. We don't even, yeah, we need to protect these gunners though. They're still a very, very high value kind of source of power for us here. And these guys are shooting at the goblin big bosses. And let's go ahead and shoot at this one that's charging straight in. And we probably want to, yeah, we probably want to just charge in here and honestly get on these guys. And let's have these ones shoot at those guys here and just pull the spears. And yeah, you can see it's going to ram him. It's going to ram these guys down. They're just going to break here. And I still have a pretty decent little pocket here. I have 29 great swords. And you can see they're just getting gunned down. They're broken. And I think that's all she wrote, right? I don't know, guys. I think we did it. Let's say Crusade. That can be our Crusade game. Very good. Yeah, that was good, right? What an epic cockfight between Gorguts, Headhunter. Yeah, that was good. Oh, what's going on in chat? Are you guys saying the party's over? She's gonna turn into the ring-possessed Galadriel. Do you guys want to do a subscriber cockfight? I think that'll satisfy both Lady Turin's interest in me having my hands rest and then having you guys cockfight against one another. Right? Yeah, let's do a subscriber cockfight, right? I think we can do that. Okay. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? It's time. 1v1 sub cockfight. Game's up. It's time. It is time. Let the boy watch. We're gonna have you guys fight on the Lost Vault of King Lun. What is that one? Oh my goodness. Marbod's Tomb? Yeah, we can do a Marbod's Tomb. That's a pretty fun map. She allows the cockfight, see? Get the cocks out. Hey, what's going on, Luke? Good to have you here, man. So we got Pippington versus Dov Plays. Quite a cockfight. So I'm going to leave and then rejoin. Oh, it looks like he dodged you, Pippington. I think he dodged you. Maybe. I don't know. Welcome to the Space Jam. I really wish I could play music on stream, but if I do, it'll just get copyright. All right, Senior versus Pippington. All right, let's do it. So I'm going to leave, rejoin as a spectator, and let's go to multiplayer battles. Let's go to spectate. Come on. Where are you at? Give me the sugar. Oh, I forgot to set up a spectator. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. So, can you guys set spectator? I forgot to do it. Set spectator, please. I'll be waiting. Yeah, there's some pretty strong strong deals there for sure. Does it say spectators? I think so, friends. There we go. Okay, good. Great. All right, cool. We're in. It's time. Go ahead and put up the filter here and get things rolling. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. So let me go ahead and set the face off so you guys can't see what's going on here. Now it is time. Cool, so it looks like we got a matchup between the dwarves and perhaps the wood elves. We'll see. Should be interesting. I would dodge full of a chook too. The password for future reference, Pip or Jerb is Shetland Apache is Turin, lowercase, just Turin. So Chaos versus Dwarves, I like it. This is better. Nobody wants to watch an atrocious Wood Elves matchup, right? This is going to be a good cockfight. Let's see how Senior deals with it. I know he's the Dark Lord of Dwarves. I do think it's lowercase, though, to answer your question. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one, guys. Subscriber cockfight, it's going down. I think it is all lowercase, if I'm not mistaken. In the day you will triumph, yes, yes indeed. I'm expecting some gore beasts, perhaps, maybe. Do you take part at game feedback? Stoner days. I'm not sure what you're asking. Are you asking if I provide feedback to Creative Assembly, or? I'm not sure. But anyways, yes, guys, I will be playing Dawn of War 3 when that comes out. I'm gonna buy that definitely the first day, and I'll be doing some casts with that. It'll probably take me a few days to like learn how to play and everything, but after that, I'll jump right into posting quick battles. It's kind of unfortunate. It doesn't look that great right now. Granted, I'm gonna still give it a chance because again, it's you know, it's a big name in terms of the RTS scene, so I think it needs to be given a chance. So we're gonna go pretty balls deep and hopefully have fun playing it. Come on, going against dwarfs. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Andrio from Slovakia? Welcome, man. South of Poland. Very, very cool. Yeah, Pippington's very good. Yeah, he's very good. I mean, Sainier's very good too. They're both great players. So it's gonna be a good match. It's interesting how the dwarves deal with the chaos like chariots and things like that, because that's obviously one of the biggest threats is the chariots. It's really hard to deal with. Yeah, I'll let people know, Alex, during the summer what my plans are. You know, to be honest, I'm probably gonna do a lot more YouTube videos when I'm in Poland. I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 videos a day. It's gonna be pretty balls deep, like I'm telling you guys, because I'll be doing it almost full time. You know. Emil, yes. Thank you for joining. To answer your question, I'm pretty active with the streaming. I've played maybe 10 or 12 quick battles. I think I lost one and won the rest of them. I think I only lost the first one. So it's been a good run. Then we did 2 subscriber cockfights. I think we did a team battle just now, which was pretty good. So sorry you're late, man, but this is probably going to be the last thing on the stream. So for those of you guys that want to go back and watch, you know, they'll all be up. So thanks again for joining, guys. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark. So, and I just finished recording 6 YouTube videos last night. So pretty ham, like for sure. Like we're doing our thing. So, all right, guys. I think these guys both have pretty good computers, if I remember correctly. So hopefully no potato action going on. We'll go take a little perusing through the forest here while we wait. Very, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do YouTube full time. So, yeah, I'll play tournaments in the future because again, during the summer, guys, I'm not gonna have my current job. I work as an athletic director. It's very busy. I work about 60 hours a week, 70 sometimes, and I barely have time to. I mean, I have time to do content, but as far as like regular stuff, like don't want to look at the armies, don't want to give anything away. But yeah, I'll be doing YouTube almost full time. So I can live with Lady Turin. That's the reason. So if you're wondering, yeah. Because again, with the American U.S. visa waiver, I can live in or stay in Poland for up to 90 days. So I can go and we can rent like a little cottage or something, and I can do YouTube like full time. It's gonna be really fun. We just have to make sure Lady Turin gets good internet for us, or else you guys are screwed. You know. Yeah, you know, these guys are trustworthy players. I don't think they're gonna stream snipe. So I'll start going into the army competitions right now. I think. Well, actually, we'll just wait a minute. It's fine. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, you know, stoner days. I would love to work for Creative Assembly, and I think I would love to work in the balance team and also in the multiplayer and marketing. I have a marketing background, actually. I'm a sports director, athletic director right now, but when I was younger, I used to work for a newspaper. I was actually a staff writer, so I used to write articles for the newspaper in Los Angeles. And yeah, so I'd love to work for Creative Assembly, do like PR, also maybe a little bit of balancing. I don't really know. If any of you guys want a campaign, go tell Creative Assembly to hire me, please. I will work there in a heartbeat. I know they already have someone who does some pretty advanced like game balancing stuff. So yeah, throw some shiny coins my direction. Yes, I mean honestly, you guys just watching my videos, supports me. So that's I can't ask for much more, guys. Thank you for that. Seriously. So I plan on living in Poland for a month, 2 months probably, give or take, just for July and August, and then after that, Lady Turin and I are going to come back to California, and that's the plan from there. Because in Poland, with the amount I make for my YouTube channel, I can, we can survive. But anyways, guys, we're in the game here. So today, guys, we have a matchup between the Dwarves, who are going to be piloted by none other than Senior Iron Fist. He's going to be facing off against the Warriors of Chaos, who've started with a little bit of funny business over here in the forest. They're going to be piloted by Pippington. I've actually casted quite a few of Pippington's tournament games. Very, very good player. Senior also played in quite a few games with him. He is an excellent player as well. So as far as Senior's army, he has a front line of Dwarf Warriors, also the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. So very, quote-unquote low-tier front line. But again, they're going to do pretty well for absorbing the shock and allowing his armor-piercing troops in the secondary line, the Longbeards with great weapons, the Grumbling Guard, who did get nerfed actually, because again, they used to have that 18%. Now it's actually only, looks like there's some stuff being drawn on the map, but they used to have 30% Vigor Aura, but now it's only 18. On top of that, he does have an additional group of Longbeards, some more in Auxiliary. These are actually Dwarf Warriors. But here, I think a lot of this game is actually going to come down to how well he micros these Thunders. Is he going to be able to, counteract the Chariots? And if he does, I think he will win. But if these Thunders, obviously are able to get punished and run over by Chariots and you kind of outmaneuvered, it's going to be a very, very tough game. So that's pretty much it. And of course, he does have the Dragonback Slayers. For the Warriors of Chaos, they do have 2 Gorby's Chariots. Now, I do think that these are the keys to the game. If the Chariots are able to get in there and kind of wreak havoc in the back line and, rear charge the Longbeards with great weapons, it's going to be a very, very long day for the Dwarves. On top of that, he does have a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, lurking in the rocks, probably getting ready to hunt some of the Dawi. He does have a Runesmith. Oh, I forgot to mention the Dwarves do have a Runesmith and a regular Lord, actually. On top of that, the Warriors of Chaos taking a very, very aggressive approach through this alley right here, which is going to be tough because the Thunders have a great firing line, and they're going to take a lot of free fire, but he does have Prince Sigvald, and you guys can see, actually, the Purple Sun of Xeris coming down here doing a little bit of damage, actually. Not doing terrible, and kind of munching into some of these Thunders, doing some good damage versus the Grumbling Guard, and, not bad at all, guys. And look at that. That's actually tossing some serious salad. And right now, the trolls are going to get in there. Prince Sigvald, he actually picked Sigvald, so pretty cool. He does have the Auric Armor. And guys, it is time for some angry Chaos Trolls to get in here. So these are actually the naked ones. They don't have the armor, but guys, they are weak to fire. So engaging them versus the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass is going to be a very, very risky proposition. And you can see the Thunders are fairly safe, just firing away at their, at their own pleasure, just having a good time. But this Dragon Ogre Shaggoth does come around the flank, but it is going to get surrounded by some Dragonback Slayers. So very, very well played by Senior Iron Fist reacting to that Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. But guys, it is judgment time. The Chariots are coming in, but look how incredibly hard the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass punished those Chaos Trolls. Very, very good value right there. But the Chariots are coming in. Unfortunately, these Longbeards were braced, so the charge isn't going to be that good, but the Chariots still get in there and do a little bit of shock damage to those guys, but nothing that devastating. And so far, it's looking very, very good for the Dwarves. They've kind of maintained their back line, although some Chaos Marauders did slip through and are starting to cut away at these Thunders. Although Thunders are honestly like Dwarf Warriors in melee, you can probably almost, honestly, trade with these guys. So also this other group of Thunders is being run over by Trolls, so the tide is beginning to turn a little bit. It was looking very, very rough initially, but now that the Chariots, they did kind of get a rough initial charge, but they're now running rampant in the back line and doing a very, very good job here. So very tough situation. Over here, Prince Sigvald continuing to just be absolutely a menace. You can see him, he's just kind of marching through his ranks, just chilling. Doesn't want to get his hands dirty, letting his boys do the work, but it looks like he is probably hunting for the Dwarf Lord. Because again, Sigvald's a pretty good duelist, and you can also see a nice Spirit Leech going off, but this Dwarf Lord does have a potion, so again, he is going to have some tools to kind of survive this beatdown that he's taking right now. In the back line, you do see the Shaggoth taking a lot of crossfire. Senior doing a very good job kind of recovering some of these Thunders, but man, those Chariots are just absolutely relentless. He's having a little bit of trouble, and they're definitely running through these Thunders here. Over here, this group of Thunders is kind of being chased by these Chaos Marauders who are very quick. So if you look at the move speed, they actually have 35 move speed as opposed to the 28 of the Thunders. So they're able to chase them and, really just get massive, massive value for, how cheap they are. So very, very good stuff. Very well played by Pippington. And also the Shaggoth is continuing to ride around and just be an absolute pimp. But if he lets these Thunders get online and start shooting again, he can be in a pretty bad place. So the Shaggoth comes in here and crushes a few of these Thunders with one of his blows. He actually already has 60 kills. Now he has 62. He looks to be killing about 2 to 4 Dawi, for every, swing he takes, which is pretty good. So right now, again, one of the keys to this game, like I mentioned earlier, was that if the Chaos player could indeed take out his back line, I think it would be a very, very good battle for Chaos. But still, the Dwarves are putting up a great fight in the front line. You can see some of these Longbeards with great weapons and these Dragonback Slayers doing a very, very good job just kind of getting back here and, pushing off some of these units. I would have liked to see this earlier, but they're going to do a good job cleaning up these Marauders for sure. In the front line, the Dawi are, again, putting up a pretty good fight, but the Chaos Warriors here are very healthy. There's still a group of 66 of them. Prince Sigvald is here, just being fabulous, doing his thing. But the Dwarf Lord did get that potion, and he's able to kind of recover and, get his bearings again, which is very solid. But, man, these chariots are just going absolutely ham. Though their leadership is quite low, and also some of these Thunders are going to come back, they may be able to rout the chariots. It's going to be very, very tough. But, man, it is a rough run for these Dragonback Slayers over here. But both chariots, guys, they haven't lost any models yet. They both actually have 3 models, but their HP is quite low. So pretty crazy stuff, but you can see the Slayers are pretty quick with their 48 run speed, or 40? I thought it was faster, but I guess they only have 40 run speed, but they're trying to finish off these chariots and kind of just save the day. But still a very, very close battle, although unfortunately the Shaggoth's in here, and Shaggoths are very, very good at beating down enemy lords. They have high weapon strength. Though the anti-large isn't as pertinent against the dwarves, it's still going to be very good. And you can see that Senior is having to retreat his dwarf lord, and he's pulling in these Dragonback Slayers to kind of help out in the 4th quarter. So very, very good micro there, pulling those guys in. And at this point, the dwarves probably want to just give up on their back line and just let it kind of fight on its own. Although look at these Thunders actually doing a good job fending off these Gorby's chariots and just breaking them essentially. But his dwarf lord is in really, really bad shape. And as far as the rest of the Dawi goes, they're going to have to fight a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, a very, very healthy group of Chaos Warriors, and it's looking pretty tough. Although the Thunders are finally securing that back line with this last chariot only having 99 HP. So maybe if the Thunders are able to regroup and reform a firing line, and then the Dwarves are able to kite back a little bit, they might be able to gun down some of these Chaos Warriors. But as you guys can see, the balance of power is looking pretty tough for the Dwarves. I think it's starting to go very, very heavily in the Chaos player's favor, but very well played gunning down those chariots finally. This is just an absolutely wild battle, and you can see that Dwarf Lord is broken, so that's very tough. Hopefully he doesn't die, because if he does, it might trigger mass losses due to your Lord being dead, and it looks like that is all she wrote. So, well played. Well played. That was a great game. That's very tough for the Dwarves to deal with the chariots, and you guys saw, in the beginning I thought, they might be okay. I think some Gyrocopters might have been good, maybe 1 or 2 groups less of Thunders and get some Gyros to kind of focus them, but again, Chaos can bring Manticores, and they're really good against Gyrocopters, so. But, well played to Pippington and Senior Iron Fist. That was a great game. Very good micro by both players. The initial Vanguard deployment in the forest was pretty cool, and actually he didn't have any cannons or anything, so that's interesting as well. But, again, good game. Good game, guys. That was super fun. I always love the subscriber cockfights. My voice is actually kind of rough right now. So, yeah, the Gyros are very good. I think that's probably one of the best choices against Chariot. So yeah. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 5 minutes, Console Gamer, and that's probably it for the stream today, guys. So, for those of you that, again, just joining, sorry about that, but it's going to be live on YouTube in about 30 minutes. You guys can come back and watch the stream. It was really good. It was really fun. So, great stream today, guys. Some good subscriber cockfights, some good battles all around. And for any of you guys who I haven't told, my buddy Italian Spartacus, please go check out his channel and subscribe. I don't even ask people to subscribe to my own channel, but go subscribe to him, because he's going to be doing a Total War Warhammer Battlecast, like one of my casts, but in the voice of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And it is going to be so damn good. He can do it spot on. Like when I was a freshman in college with him, he used to just do that to make me laugh every day, and it just killed me. So check it out. And, thank you guys again for joining. I'll be streaming. I might do like a midweek stream if I'm feeling ambitious, but regardless, there will be one next Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, usually between 11 a.m. and noon. So tune in, guys. And thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have an excellent night. Take care. And as always, more content coming soon.